So Martinez in the shotgun formation back there by himself. He's got two receivers split out to each side. Takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's got his man over the middle. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, and it's likely a false start as they blew it dead before the play actually progressed. As it looks like the referee is walking his 5 yards back.
And that's big for Greenville, as that'll help them out here. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. So a long third down here for Ennis.
Hopefully the defense can come with the stop and make them punt it and give us pretty good field position for the next drive.
And that number 20 in on defense for Greenville is Hut Jaco, a junior. Martinez standing back, takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's rolling out to his left. He's got his man, and he completes it for a first down here. He completes it to, I believe that is number 2, Keona Bright, on the visitor's sideline there.
Yeah, and he was just tripped up by, it looks like number 6, Devin Stroud. Stroud with a big tackle by his shoelaces.
And Stroud is a huge part of that defense for the Lions. Martinez is joined in the backfield again, it looks like, by number 0, Ibanez. He's got two receivers out right, one out left, standing at the 32-yard line. Takes the snap, it's a little high, fakes the handoff to his running back. He's got a man deep. That was intended for number 9, Kylan Johnson, his number 1 receiver, but it was just overthrown.
Yeah, and again, that was Hut Jaco in position on defense, and it looks like maybe that was their first target on him to see kind of a test. You know, they probably had Chris Whitus on their roster for a defensive back, and so they're seeing a new guy in and going to test him out a few times, but he stood up to that challenge so far this game.
Yeah, and Jaco is actually a sophomore, He was brought up 2 weeks ago, but we didn't see him play, so we're getting our first look at him tonight. Martinez standing at the 32 again. It's 2nd and 10. He's dropping back. He's looking to his left. He's got a man. That's number 2, Bright, who breaks the tackle but is not able to get anywhere as it's a big loss.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to be the first time on defense that we've heard Zayden Armstrong Teeter's name tonight, as he was the one that ended up making that tackle after the first missed one.
Yes, that'll bring up 3rd and 12 here for the Ennis Lions.
I would like to say, Bentley, I'm expecting another pass as we saw last time on 3rd down.
I think so, for sure. I think you're probably right. Martinez has 3 guys split out to the right. Takes the snap. He's looking to his right, of course. He's got his man. That's Bright, number 2. Makes a man miss, but it looks like they might have got him short of the first down, but it's going to be real close.
Yeah, it was a zone that he sat right down in, and it looked like he just did enough to get that first down as they're waving the sticks forward. So a good defensive show up there and almost got him enough to force a possible punt on a 4th down.
Yeah, and a good play there by Bright to make a man miss. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Ennis Lions from the Ennis 47-yard line. Martinez standing at the 42. He's got a receiver out left, 2 out right. Takes the snap. He's rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. He gets all the way out for a pickup of about 6 or so.
Yeah, and that was a great read by Zayden Armstrong Teeters. He's in it, fall for the pitch. He went straight towards the quarterback and ended up making the tackle on that one. So great thing to have him back tonight, as he's going to be making a huge difference all game.
Yeah, pickup of 4 brings us to 2nd and 6 for Ennis. 2 receivers to each side. Martinez takes his snap. He's looking to his left. He's got a man. That's number 13, Adrian Satterwhite again.
Yeah, and he was met right as the pass got into his hands by Bravion Colbert, who made a big tackle. It was a really well-made tackle, and he almost was there early enough to break up the pass, but he did pretty much his job there, and he did just enough to move the sticks on offense.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 for Ennis here from the Greenville 42-yard line. Martinez, receiver split to the left and 2 to the right. Takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He's got a man down the visitor sideline. That's broken up by number 21, Javion Bailey. He had the opportunity to pick it off there, but a great play nonetheless.
Yeah, that was a great play, and he's probably hitting himself on the head for not catching it, but he did really well breaking up the pass, so it was a good thing to see, and a good defensive stand, and hopefully we can stop him short and force him to punt into a short field.
2nd and 10 here for Ennis, as Martinez is looking to the sideline to get his play. He's got it. He's setting up. He's got 3 guys split out to the left. And Ibanez in the backfield takes a snap. He fakes the flip. He's got a man. That's number 9. Got a lot of open room. There's a flag in the backfield, but that is a big pickup as he got all the way out to about the 12 or 13 yard line of Greenville.
Yeah, it is, and that was a well-designed screenplay. It looked like somebody might have either jumped off sides or done something illegal right before the snap because that flag is towards the backfield. But then it also looked like a pretty heavy blindside block on number 4, Aiden Rea. So we'll hope that this one comes back as Ennis players are starting to walk backwards.
Yeah, both Lions teams are walking backwards, so it looks like that will probably go against Ennis. It does. So a big break there for the Lions. That pass was completed to Kylan Johnson, but of course with the penalty that erases that.
And I can't read the referee's lips from here, but it looked like he said illegal hands to the face, which will bring them back pretty far.
Yeah.
And, well, that's good news for the Lions of Greenville.
Yeah. We're going to set them all the way back to the Ennis 43 as they got a long way to go here. Looking at 1st and 25 here, so that was a 15-yard penalty. Martinez staring down a big 2nd and 25 here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He takes the snap. He's looking to the left. He's got a man. That was number 1, Travion Stewart with the catch.
Yeah, and I kind of think that looks like... Yeah, is that Javen Bailey out there, number 21?
I believe it was, yeah.
Javen Bailey made a big tackle right there to stop him real short and still keep it a long distance on 3rd and 20, it seems.
3rd and 20 here. Martinez is going to look to make something happen, most likely through the air, I would assume. 2 receivers split each side. He's rolling to his right. He's got a lot of pressure on him as he's going to be forced out of bounds, and there's going to be flags on the play as he was hit by, I believe that was number 40, Jorge Aguilera.
Yeah, and that is just a drive killer right there. You've got them coming out on, I mean, he had nowhere to go. He was running out of bounds, and number 40 just hits him right out of bounds even more, and that's going to be a late hit every time, and that's going to, I'm pretty sure a personal foul is going to bring them to an automatic 1st down. So. Yeah,
so a big break for Ennis here. That's just a play you can't make something like that. I mean, they would have stopped him there and forced a punt in that situation. I would presume. I don't see him going for it on 4th and 15.
Likely so. I would have assumed a punt would be coming too, but now it seems the opposite, and they're going to have the ball on the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for Ennis from the 30. Martinez again joining the backfield by Ibanez. We have not gotten a look yet at number 5, Wendarius Jones. Ennis has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Martinez takes a snap. It's a little high, but he rolls to the left. He's got an opening, and he's got a lot of room to run. Stiff arms the guy and is pushed out of bounds right at about the 9.
Yeah, he stiff armed 2 people on that play. I mean, he must be hitting the gym because that is not easy to do 2 times in one run.
Yeah, so a big run there by Martinez as he got him right at the 10. So it'll bring up 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for Ennis.
Let's see if this defense can make a couple more big stops like they have been doing here recently.
Receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Got the H-back in there as well as Ibanez in the backfield. Martinez takes the snap. He rolls to the left, rolls back to the right. He's looking like he's going to keep it, and he's tackled for a little bit of a gain.
Yeah, it looks like that's a play they really like, is that read option right there, where they're watching that defensive end and seeing what he does, and if he goes towards the running back, well, the quarterback keeps it, and it seems like we've been playing it towards the running back. So he's kept it quite a bit, but he was able to get tackled by Zayden Armstrong Teeters there on real short to bring up about, again, 2nd and 6.
Yeah. 2nd and 6 here for Martinez. 2 wide receivers split out to each side. He's standing at the 11. Takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking to his right. He's rolling to his right. He's got a lot of pressure on him as he throws it away, throws it out of bounds there. Bring up 3rd and 6. Something else, too, about this Ennis team, we didn't talk about it, but, when Darius Jones is their leading rusher, but their second leading rusher on the team is actually Martinez himself. So he can definitely move the ball with his legs as we have seen tonight.
I was going to say, well, that makes pretty good sense after watching him so far this game. He keeps it quite a bit.
So 3rd and 6 here for Ennis, with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock, as Ennis is knocking on the door here. Takes the snap. He's rolling to his right. He's got a man in the end zone. He overthrows him. It looked like that pass was intended for number 13, Adrian Satterwhite, but was thrown way out of the end zone.
Yeah, that was severely overthrown, and it looks like a good thing for the Lions as the field goal unit's walking on. So after all the confusion and mishaps, it looks like we're able to hold them to a possible 3 points.
Yeah, and we'll see number 0, Ibanez, kick it. We saw he had a really big leg during the kickoff. Saw him making some pretty long kicks and warm-ups. So we'll see what he's able to do here. The holder is number 7, Elijah LeBlanc, junior quarterback and wide receiver. A little bit of a low snap, but he handles it. Kick is up, and it's good. That brings us to a score of Ennis Lions 3, Greenville Lions 0, and we will be right back after this word from GEUS.
For field goals and extra point kicks. Is it working now?
So it's been perfect until he went to kick field goal, and then it stopped at 2:08.
We're having network problems.
Okay.
And so I was worried, the stream might not be working, but I never got an error.
Okay.
But when I would try to go to websites, it wouldn't work at all.
So the stream's not going out right now?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, it looks like it's working.
Yeah.
But we're having website access issues. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like it couldn't get to restream.
Yeah, we're good.
You couldn't even access it. It looks like it's working.
Yeah. It's just, the score's not updated
You
right
ready to
now.
go back soon?
Yeah, you can bring us back as soon as you can.
Sounds about perfect.
All right, welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium as the sun has gone completely down and we're now playing under the stadium lights. Got Ibanez ready to kick it off to the Lions. 2 guys back deep. I believe it is number 0, Pierre Dunn, and maybe number 1, Bravion Colbert. Ibanez with a 10-yard run up. It's another big kick, as they're just going to let that go out of the end zone here. I think it might have even just landed out of the end zone, not even bounced out.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the back line, if not anything else, but it looked like Pierre Dunn really wanted that one. He almost ran into the end zone to catch it and run it out, but probably happy he didn't, because that's a free 25 yards, and we'll take that anytime.
Yeah, so we're going to get another look here at Rodriguez and the Lions offense, as they're going to have 2 minutes and 9 seconds left here in this first quarter to try and make something done, down 3-0. Rodriguez standing at the 20 to take the snap here, as he's joined in the backfield by number 11, Zayden Armstrong Teeters. He's got 2 wide receivers split out right, puts number 0, Pierre Dunn, in motion. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Armstrong Teeters. He's looking deep. He's got number 9, Bankston, as they're going to just call that an incompletion, but there was hands all over Bankston's jersey there.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how there wasn't at least an illegal touching penalty because from the second he broke off the line, there was hands on him the entire way through his route. So, not sure about that one, but as for now, like you said, it's an incomplete pass, and Damian Bankston will run off the field for a little breather after that run.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions here from the 25-yard line. Rodriguez checking his play sheet on his wrist. He's got 2 receivers to the left, puts Dunn in motion. Takes the snap. And the play is blown dead.
Looks like it's against the offense. What I would assume is probably an illegal shift on the motion from Pierre Dunn. Maybe somebody else was in the backfield moving as well, which that'll cause an illegal shift.
It might have been delay a game. I'm not 100% sure because it looked like the play clock might have hit 0. So regardless, bring up 2nd and 15 for the Greenville Lions. As Rodriguez has 3 receivers to the left. It is Bravion Colbert, Pierre Dunn, and number 2, Nolan Graham. Puts Dunn in motion. 3 seconds left on the clock. Takes the snap. It's a little low, but he handles it. He's under a lot of pressure as he's going to run for it. And he slides after the pickup of about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, he was having pressure from basically all 4 corners right there as he was being chased from the D-line and run at from the defensive backs. So good way to get down and stay safe, at least for now.
Yeah, pickup of 5 there as it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Lions. Spotted him where he started the slide. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Checking his sleeve. Talking to his receivers on the right. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap. He looks to the right, and it's quickly swatted away. That'll be an incompletion here.
Yeah, it looked like number 3 for Ennis knew exactly where that ball was going. Mason Jones made a great play jumping up and smacking that ball down before it could go anywhere else.
Yeah, so 4th and 10 for the Lions here is we're going to see the punting unit again.
And again, hopefully we have a chance during this season where we'll see a fake punt from our punter because our punter is also Phoenix Rodriguez, the quarterback. So it'd be a good opportunity, just definitely not from our own 25-yard line.
Yeah, for sure. Rodriguez standing at the 11, getting ready to take the punt. It's almost blocked, but he gets it off. It takes a Greenville bounce. There's a flag on the play as it bounces all the way back to the 23-yard line, so a big punt. We'll see if anything's changed here with the flag.
Yeah, that was a really good bounce, and I mean, it went right towards the sideline. I mean, almost a perfect punt in my books. And yeah, I'm interested to see what this flag was. I saw a few players down, maybe a holding on the receiving team. I'm not very sure.
Yeah, if my math is correct, I believe that was about a 68-yard punt, so pretty good there by the sophomore quarterback and punter.
Yeah. A weird little mix of a player, quarterback, and punter, but whatever you got to do.
Minute 3 left here on the clock as both teams are talking it over. And that play is going to go against Ennis, as that, with the penalty, is going to back them all the way up to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like they walked about 10 yards back, so we'll see what the official referee calls, but I would assume that is a holding penalty as they are naturally 10 yards from the spot.
Yeah. So we're going to get a second look here at number 8, Chris Martinez in his offense, as looks like there's a new guy in the backfield. I think that might be number 6, Desmond Johnson, with Martinez. He's got 2 wide receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's got his man in the flat. That's number 0, Ibanez.
Yeah, and he's met right away by Aiden Ray about 5 or 6 yards out, which will bring up about 2nd and 4, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like a pickup of 6 there. As we'll be looking at pickup of 7, as we'll be looking at 2nd and 3 here for Ennis. Martinez with a guy to the left and 2 to the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to his receiver, and it's dropped. It was intended for number 9, Kylan Johnson. Hit him in the hands. He just wasn't able to hold on to it.
Yeah, it looked like he was ready to run before he caught the ball, and that's never a good combo.
Yeah, you know, that's something they teach you in Pee Wee football. Catch the football first, run second.
Yeah, but sometimes you never learn, do you?
Yeah. Martinez stands at the 15, taking the snap. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it looks like it might have been a false start on Ennis, but we'll see for sure. Lots of guys jumped, but Greenville clapping their hands. So, going to be a false start against Ennis. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 here.
And I like the look of that, because if we can stop them here, we'll bring up a punt from almost their own end zone. And I would expect a pass here, so maybe it will be from this spot right here if we can stop them.
Yep, so 3rd and 8 here for Martinez and his Lions, as he has 2 wide receivers split out each side. 26 seconds left on the clock as they're going to try to make something happen. Takes a snap. It's a little high, but he handles it. Rolls to the right. He's got his man. That's number 9, Johnson, on the catch. And it looks like that will probably be right around the first down.
It looks like they've caught him about 1.5 yards short, actually.
Yeah, they did. That's
maybe
great.
2 yards. So we'll see with only about 3 seconds. It looks like you're going to take this to the quarter and decide after.
Yeah, so with this break here, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. We'll be back after this word from GEUS. Hey, my mom just texted me and told me that I don't know if it's with the internet or what, but it's buffering real bad. Apparently,
it's the internet.
It's the internet. Okay. I
It's a lot
just
slower than usual.
yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Is this Rhea or Ray?
Ready to go back live?
You got a little bit.
Maybe like 30 seconds?
Yeah, probably about 30 seconds. Yeah. Honestly, I don't.
Because I said both.
Sometimes I say Ray. Sometimes I say Ray.
Yeah, that's probably too much. Because
Yeah.
they're about to break out of their huddle in a second.
I'll get you.
Turn off the AC if it gets too hot. Because I am feeling a little hotter. But,
Yeah, I mean, it's a little warm. Alright, go ahead and bring it back as soon as you can. Yeah. And welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium. The Ennis Lions are looking at a 4th and 2 here as we get started here in the second quarter, as they're looking to punt way back in their own territory. We're going to have the ball at the 21. Get that number for you on the punter just as soon as we can. Standing at the 6.
Well, if that punter is also their place kicker, well, I expect this to be a boot then, Bentley.
I agree. Takes the snap, it's high, he has to jump to get it, but he does. And it's a high kick, but does not go too terribly far as it takes a Greenville bounce. And it's down at the Ennis 42-yard line, so that'll give Greenville really good field position to start here.
Yeah, hopefully with this short field, we can turn it into the first touchdown of the game and take the lead here right early into the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't have anybody listed as their punter, but the only kicker on the roster is number 0, Ibanez, and number 25, Daniel Gamino. I'm going to bet that was Ibanez because I think he might have had a single-digit number on his jersey.
I think I'd have to agree with you on that one.
We're going to get our, third look at Rodriguez tonight?
I think so, yeah.
As Greenville, they'll have the ball spotted at the Ennis 42-yard line for Greenville here. Rodriguez stands at the Ennis 47 as he's got 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and he's joined by number 22, Montana McEwen, in the backfield. Rodriguez takes the snap, fakes the handoff to McEwen. He's got Dunn. Dunn tries to make a man miss. He makes one miss, but is tackled after a short gain.
Yeah, if he wanted to make anything on that, he probably should have kept it outside, but it looked like Bankston wasn't able to pick up his block completely. He had it for a little bit, but he broke out, and so Pierre kind of scurried towards the middle and only was able to pick up about 1.
Yeah, so pickup of 1 there is it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Greenville. 2 guys shifting to the left. That's number 9, Bankston, and number 0, Dunn. Brandon at the H-back position. Rodriguez takes the snap, hands it off to Montana McHugh, and he's got some room. Gets up the right side as he got all the way out to, it looked like, the 36 or so before being pushed back. They're going to give it to him at the 35. So a pickup of 6, I believe, there, as that'll bring up 3rd and 9 here for Greenville.
Again, we're having some technical issues up with the box. There's been some networking issues, so the scoreboard might always not be accurate. We might be buffering a little bit, but we're trying to get you the best game that we can tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to work on it in the booth next to us here. Rodriguez puts Dunn in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to McEwen, and he is stopped in the backfield. Ennis was all over that one, as that's going to be a tackle for a loss of 5, it looks like there.
And that's not what you want to see on this drive where, you know, we've got the short field, so maybe we'll be aggressive and go for our first 4th down conversion of the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that, and it looks like that might be what they're going to do, but it is a long conversion as they need 7 yards here. 4th and 7 for Rodriguez and the Lions.
Yeah, and it looks like they threw in one of their speedsters, Bravion Colbert, to get in and probably get fairly deep, fairly quick for Rodriguez to hit him deep.
Yeah, for sure. Colbert definitely can get down the field and cover a lot of ground quickly. 2 wide receivers stacked to the left, Dunn to the right. Rodriguez takes the snap. He rolls to his left. He's looking for his man downfield. He's got Colbert, and he connects with him.
Oh, he dropped him.
As he drops it. Great throw by Rodriguez. Good catch by Colbert, but unfortunately with the defense there, he was unable to hold on to it. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for Ennis here from the Ennis 39-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like the exact play we wanted. A deep ball, good evading pressure from the quarterback, Rodriguez, and he was just unable to hold on, which that wasn't an easy catch to make, so no blame on him whatsoever.
Yeah, great play all around, just tough play to make and lots of pressure by Ennis. So we'll get another look here at Martinez and his offense. Two wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Martinez takes the snap, hands it off to his running back. He fakes the handoff, he keeps it. And he throws that pass intended for number 9, Kylan Johnson, the senior wide receiver, but it was incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 here for Ennis.
Yeah, and so far this Lions defense has looked about like the second half Lions defense last game and been playing really, really well against a good Ennis offense.
They have a lot of playmakers on that defense, but having Balderas and Armstrong Peters both out there makes a big difference. Martinez takes the snap, hands it off. He's got a man out to the left. That was Ibanez, who tried to get around the edge there. Maybe got a yard, maybe 2, but a big tackle there made by Greenville.
Yeah, and it looked like a track meet out there right now because number 0 is very quick, Andre Ibanez, as well as number 1, Bravion Colbert, tracking him down and was able to stop him again right near the line of scrimmage and bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, so 3rd and 9 here for Ennis. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Martinez joined in the backfield by Ibanez. Takes a snap, drops back. He's looking to his right. He's got a big throw downfield as he was able to connect with number 9, Kylan Johnson, for a huge gain there. As that is definitely going to move the sticks, plus plenty more.
Yeah, he caught it right over Javen Bailey's head right there. Great defense from Bailey, just an unbelievable catch from the receiver to bring up a very crucial 1st and 10 in the Greenville territory.
So Martinez takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's got his man. That is number 1, Stewart, who makes several guys miss and runs in for an Ennis Lions touchdown.
Yeah, he was originally defended by Hut Jaco, and then just evaded that one and was never seen again until he got to the end zone.
Yeah, so we'll bring out the PAT unit for the first time here for Ennis, as we're going to get our first look, like I said, at Ibanez kicking a PAT. Saw him kick a field goal earlier, and he made it without any issues.
Yeah, in pregame I was watching this field goal unit team, and they didn't look like they were super on the same beat, so maybe we might see a block here at some point tonight.
The kick is up, and it is good. Number 6, Devin Stroud, got in the backfield real quick, but unable to block it, as that brings us to a score of Ennis Lions 10, Greenville Lions 0 here, with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left. And you know, looking at this PAT and field goal unit, we are definitely seeing the absence of Chris Whitus, as well as on offense and defense too. Because Whitus is a key part of this team in all 3 phases.
Yes, he is, and I'm very curious to see what happened, because he was still listed as a starting receiver and defensive back tonight on our depth charts. So I'm not too terribly sure if it happened this week, but no good for the Lions, and hopefully he'll be all right for next game.
Yeah, you know, we hadn't talked about it either, but somebody else the Lions are missing is number 76, Nick Martin, who's typically on the line there. And I believe that's why we're seeing James Hamilton start tonight, or excuse me, Trey Hamilton start tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then we even saw McEwen in on offense tonight, so I think they're rotating a few guys, test them out in the absence of a starter, Nick Martin.
So Greenville's got 2 guys deep as Ibanez gets ready for the kick here. Again, he's got that big 10-yard run up as he's going to probably kick it out the back of the end zone. It's a kind of a bullet of a kick, as it's going to bounce in the end zone and roll out the back.
Yeah, again, a great kick from that kicker. I'm sure he's getting looked at if he can kick like that from a high school perspective.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, we see Dunn every time it does that. He really wants to catch it, but he's been smart. He's been disciplined and hasn't tried to tonight, because in that situation, you want to just take the 25 yards that they're going to give you for going out the back.
Yeah, I'd like to see if one goes short, if Pierre grabs and, you know, turns with that energy he has before. So
yeah, he can definitely move the ball quick. Looking at 1st and 10 here for the Rodriguez-led Lions. 2 wide receivers to the left. Joining the backfield by ZAT, Armstrong Teeters.
that's an early penalty call. I'm curious to see what it is, because it's not a delay of game. Maybe he was just trying to stop the play before it happened. Not too sure.
Yeah, we're looking to see what it is. It's a sideline warning on, was it on Ennis?
It looks like he was waving down Ennis, and it looks like they're talking to the Ennis coaches. So I would assume that's on the Ennis Lions, as I think one more of those and they'll get the penalty, which I think is a 10 or 15-yard penalty, so not one you want to take.
Not for sure, definitely not. Rodriguez takes the snap. He's got 2 guys to the left, hands it off to Armstrong Teeters. Teeters tries to get around the edge, but is stopped, as that's going to be a loss of a yard there, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing what you mentioned about Nick Martin being out, as we've seen a bunch of low snaps tonight, and I think that would be the issue and the reason why.
Yeah. Well, and when you've got guys rotating on your offensive line, that's never a great thing.
And we have noticed a little bit more pressure on Rodriguez tonight than we have seen in other games this season.
Yeah. So looking at 2nd and 10 here for the Lions. 7:42 left on the clock. The referee's talking it over here.
I'm not really too sure why the clock stopped after that one.
It looks like there's a penalty on Greenville. Never saw the flag, but
Okay, sorry.
it's going to be a 10-yarder.
Yeah, it's times like these, Bentley, where I wish we had one of those cool PA systems from the referees to tell us what's going on, but We just don't have one of those.
Yeah, I would presume it was probably a holding call, so it'll bring up first and 20 for the Lions here. Wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Rodriguez drops back. He's under pressure. He's got his man, it was Ray, but he's unable to complete it as that pass was actually behind him.
Yeah, and it looked like had he caught that, he would have had probably 5 to 7 yards to get upfield and make a move and, obviously have the chance of going for a touchdown, but just wasn't able to hold on behind him, and that'll bring up second and very long as well.
Yeah, 2nd and 20 here for Greenville. As that was number 10, Xavier Collins in on coverage there for Ennis. Rodriguez standing at the 10. 2 wide receivers stacked to the left, 1 to the right. He's joined in the backfield, of course, by Armstrong Teeters. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Teeters. He's rolling to his right as he's under a lot of pressure. He throws it, and he throws it out of bounds as just wasn't much he could do on that play as he was under a ton of pressure really quickly.
Yeah, and it, funnily enough, looked like it would have hit whatever person was in the golf cart had they been in it, but luckily everybody's good on the sideline, and hopefully we connect on this 3rd and long and get a first down, of course, would be nice.
Yeah, 3rd and 20 here as they've got a long way to go, and they really need to get something going here. They're down 10-0 with tick under 7.5 minutes left.
Yeah, our offense hasn't been quite as on fire as they have been in previous games, and I'm wondering if that's the difference of missing Chris Whitus tonight.
Yeah, for sure. 2 guys to the right, 1 to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap. He drops the snap, and the play is blown dead.
Looks like another delay of game penalty on the Greenville Lions, which is just going to bring us back even further. So,
yeah, 3rd and 25 here for the Lions.
Hopefully they've got a good play called for this specific scenario, because it's not a good one to be in, and definitely not one you want to have on 4th down where we're punting from the goal line.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you don't want to pick up the first down here, but they definitely need to try to get at least 20 yards or so they're not punting from the way back. Rodriguez drops back. He's rolling to his right. He's under a lot of pressure. He rolls to his left now. He's under more pressure. He's in the end zone. He just throws it away as he was about to get sacked, and it didn't. Looks like they're going to call maybe intentional grounding on him there.
Well, there is an Ennis player with his helmet off, so possibly hands to the head, hands to the face. I'm not sure what the exact penalty is, but it looked to be in the backfield. So,
yeah, lots of flags came out at once.
It's actually on Ennis, so it looked like a personal foul, which would be very nice for the Greenville Lions.
Yeah. So that'll help the Lions out a lot, the Greenville Lions out a lot there.
It's never going to get easy changing from the Lions to the Greenville Lions.
Exactly, yeah. It's a little bit tricky.
As it brings us 15 yards up right to our original line of scrimmage, funnily enough, but it will bring it up an automatic first down. So very, very good thing for the Lions. It must have just been some sort of possibly roughing the passer penalty in the backfield. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to question it because we'll take it. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 25-yard line as they definitely got bailed out there. Rodriguez stands at the 20, 2 wide receivers to the right, takes the snap, hands it off to Armstrong Teeters. Armstrong Teeters tries to go off the right side, breaks a tackle, gets around the edge, and picks up a yard or 2 before being taken down.
Yeah, and got all rolled up on and around, but somehow I don't get it how these dudes are able to stay healthy after that kind of tackle, because my legs would be sore. And it looked like he was initially met by number 40 on the Ennis Lions. That is somebody who doesn't have a name, so number 40 it is.
Yeah, so pick up about 1. Armstrong Teeters ran a long way for that 1 yard. We'll bring up 2nd and 9 here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rodriguez puts a man in motion, takes the snap, and there's a penalty on the play. He throws it, and it was intended for Bravion Colbert, but it was no good as there's 2 flags down. And it's going to be against Greenville. Oh. And now the other ref is looks to be trying to signal a penalty for Ennis. Holding on Ennis and a penalty on Greenville they're going to cancel out.
Yeah, it looked like it was offsides on Ennis and a holding on Greenville. But as you said, they will cancel out, and I guess that's another good thing for the Lions on the penalty side of this game.
Yeah, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Greenville. 6.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Down only 10-0 to a really good Ennis Lions team, so I'm very happy to see where Greenville's at. I just hope they can get some offense brewing this rest of the half.
Rodriguez takes a snap. He looks to his left. He's got Colbert. Colbert's got a little bit of room. He stiff arms the guy and is tackled at the 45 after a huge pickup of about 20 on the play.
Yeah, and he was being chased down and almost tricked up number 4, Chris Trent. He gave him a little shimmy, but he didn't fall for it, and still he got about, how many did you say, 25 yards?
About 20, yes, sir.
So a very good play from the offense, and they are running a weird formation out from this one.
Yeah, well, Greenville's got a guy to the left, 2 to the right. Rodriguez takes the snap, takes the handoff. He's looking to his right. He throws it to Bankston right over the middle. Had him right open, wide open in the middle. Nobody around him, but unable to make the pass on target. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, it was very wide open, and it looks like Greenville's finally pulling out some of their trickery we always expected them to, as they're going from a weird lineup to a wide open guy in the middle of the field. So hopefully we can stick up with some of that.
Yeah, Greenville brings on number 33, Makai McEwen. Takes an adjustment to hear both McEwen boys on the offense from time to time. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rodriguez puts Ray in motion, takes the snap, and the play is blown dead.
And it looks like the 3rd delay of game penalty on the offense for Greenville tonight, which is no good and something that needs to be spoken about at halftime, it seems.
I have no doubt they'll talk about it at halftime, because those penalties, like personal foul penalties, they're killers. Obviously not as big of a killer as a personal foul penalty, but still, they're definitely in your control most of the time.
Yeah, but starting 5 yards back isn't any easier.
Rodriguez, 2 guys to the left, 1 to the right, takes a snap, rolls to his right. He's got Dunn, and Dunn's got some room here as he's going to flip the field and get all the way out to the Ennis 39, maybe 40, as there's plenty to move the chains.
Very, very good route from Dunn right there, as he just completely lost his defender on that outside curl route. Some would call it a comeback because curls are normally to the middle, but it looks like this penalty on the field is coming against the Lions.
Yeah, so that's going to erase that fantastic play by Dunn. That's going to back him up another 5 yards, it looks like, and bring up 2nd and 20 here.
Sounded like in one of the boxes next to us they said ineligible receiver downfield, so no good for the Lions, and like you said, 2nd and 20 here.
Rodriguez, 2 wide receiver to the right. It is, I believe, Javion Bailey and Damian Bankston, 1 to the left. Teeters in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff kind of. Rolls to his right. He's under a lot of pressure as he's just going to throw that one away. I guess that's definitely better than taking the sack there, but would have liked to have seen him make something happen there, as that's going to bring up 3rd and 20 here.
Yeah, you hate to see 2 guys break through the line instantly as they did, but luckily Teeters was able to pick up one of them and just left a one-on-one from Rodriguez, but he just wasn't able to shake him off in time to get a man downfield.
Yeah, so we'll see 3rd and 20 here, as Greenville is going to stack Colbert, Bailey, and Bankston. Not stack, excuse me. Just have Colbert, Bankston, and Bailey all out to the right. Rodriguez standing at the 29-yard line. Takes a snap. It's low. He's got Bankston. Bankston needs to run for a lot of yardage here, as he's going to be tackled by about 4 different Ennis Lions. And there's a penalty on the play.
Possibly for carrying it on so much after the whistle. And it looks like they are pointing against the Ennis Lions, so hopefully, again, Greenville gets bailed out by the penalty.
Yeah, lots of clapping going on the Greenville sideline, as well as number 33, Makai McEwen, jumping up and down with his arms in the air in celebration.
Yeah,
So,
and it looked like, as you said, there was a big crowd of Ennis Lions tackling him, but it was a face mask penalty on Ennis.
so, and we're going to take a Greenville timeout here. So we are going to be right back after this word from GEUS. Sorry.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to Bentley either. I would have gave you a tap.
Still on one. Actually, we're on commercial now. Yeah, we're still dealing with truck issues.
Slightly struggling with this, keeping up with the timing. But
It doesn't sound like they're being able to see any work over the internet, so.
I just got a notification that AJ Brown red zone, so I'm
I
curious.
just got a notification that Jackson Dart scored. All right.
That sounds about perfect because they're running on the field. Never give you the temperature. We can give it after half.
And welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium, as after the penalty, the Lions are looking at a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the Ennis 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap. He's looking to the left. And that pass was intended for number 1, Bravion Colbert, as he was well covered there by the Ennis defender.
Yeah, that defender being number 14, Adrian Navarro, which Colbert tried to wave his arms and flail for a penalty, but it was just really good defense from Navarro there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Greenville Lions.
Yeah, so Colbert's going to take a little bit of a breather here, as the Lions will have Bankston and Bailey to the right. I believe that's Graham and Dunn to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking to his right. He throws it to Bankston, but it is a little high. There's a flag on the play, as it might be pass interference. We'll see.
Yeah, possibly because it looked a little further down the field, possibly a holding on the receiver that was going further downfield. Either way, it definitely was against Ennis, and the Greenville Lions are walking forward.
Yeah, so that helped Greenville out a lot here, as we are looking at 1st and 10 now for Greenville from the Ennis 39-yard line. It'll be interesting to see when we talk to David Claiborne at halftime what the penalty total is. I'm sure he'll have it for us.
Goodness, because it must be a lot.
Yeah. So we see a new player for Greenville trot on the field. It is number 16, Jose Andres Santiago, a junior. Have not seen him before. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap. He's looking to his right. He's going to run for it, as he's got a lot of open room, a lot of green grass. As he's going to get all the way out to about the 19-yard line, or excuse me, 21-yard line of Ennis.
Yeah, and that was a great opening, and it looked like even downfield our receivers tried to pick up some blocks. It just looked like he thought the better choice was to take a knee, which all 4 are being safe. So happy he did it, and happy he got a lot of yards and bring up 1st and 10 from a really good spot for the Lions.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 for Greenville here from the 21-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rodriguez takes the low snap, hands it off to Armstrong Teeters. Teeters tries to bounce around the edge, but is unable to. So that's going to be a loss of 1, they're going to say. Bring up 2nd and 11 here. And there's a flag on the play. Definitely came after the play, so extracurriculars, just not sure who, because I was watching the markers.
I'd like to say it looked like against the tackler, number 44 for the Ennis Lions, Cash Hendricks, for a little bit of a celebration, but I'm wrong, and it's against the Greenville Lions.
Yeah, penalty came in late enough, and I heard some people kind of awing and stuff in the press box next to us. So Greenville bailed out by several penalties so far, but that one is going to go against them and hurt them big time, as that'll bring up 2nd and 20 here.
Not a good spot at all from where we just were.
Excuse me, 2nd and 25. Rodriguez, 2 wide receivers to the left, takes the snap, hands it off to Armstrong Teeters. who is going to maybe pick up a yard.
And I wish I could tell you the tackler, but there was a bunch of them. So just by the Ennis defense, made a good tackle to stop him short and bring up 3rd and very long. And hopefully Greenville runs possibly 1-2-2 passes and gets down at least a first down, possibly into the end zone.
Yeah, they need 25 yards here, or 23 yards it looks like. As that's going to bring up 3rd and long, 2 wide receivers to each side. Teeter's in motion, and Rodriguez is under a lot of pressure quick, as he's going to be sacked for a huge loss.
Yeah, it looked like he never really even had time to throw the ball away. He was instantly pressured by 1, then 2, then 3, and 4. So,
yeah, Ennis defense got back there fast, as that is going to bring up, we're just going to say 4th and forever.
And after that 4th and forever is the punting unit coming out, as Rodriguez will drop back, likely, it seems, and punt this ball away.
Yeah, you know, we've been talking about wanting to see him maybe do some trick plays, but now is definitely not the time.
Well, I wouldn't hold it against them. It's not a very terrible spot, just, I mean, it kind of is from where the first down is, so yeah.
You need a lot of yards.
Let me shut my mouth and watch this punt go by.
Low snap, Rodriguez handles it, though. It's a good punt. And it's going to take a Greenville bounce and roll all the way back to the Ennis 11.
Yeah, and that punt went about to where we needed to get for a first down, so I'm very happy we punted that ball rather than going for it.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 for Ennis here from the Ennis 11 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds. So we're going to see the Greenville defense here try to make a stand and hopefully go into the locker room just down by 10 to this Ennis team.
Which I'd be very happy. I wish our offense could have done more so far this game, but only down 10 to this great Ennis team is a pretty good reason to hold your head high and go into the second half happy.
Martinez ready to take the snap, standing at the 5. Fakes the handoff to his running back. He's got a man downfield. That was intended for number 9, Kylan Johnson, but it looked like it was tipped maybe by number 21, Javion Bailey.
Yeah, it looked like he was able to just barely get his hand in the way, and number 9 just wasn't ready for it and just dropped it. So very good defensive play and something that could have gone very bad if he just barely missed his hand from that ball.
Yeah, for sure. Great play by Javion Bailey, the sophomore cornerback and wide receiver. Martinez stands at the 6, 2 wide receivers split to each side, fakes the handoff. He's got his man at the 10. As that pass was completed to, I'm not 100% sure, and there's going to be flags on the plays. It looked like 3 or 4 Greenville defenders drove him all the way out to the track. You just can't do stuff like that.
Yeah, and there it looked like a bunch of guys from both teams on the sideline that were originally on the field. So I'm not very sure what happened, and I'm curious to see who it's against first.
I believe that pass was caught by number 7, Elijah LeBlanc, the holder, wide receiver, and backup quarterback.
Yeah, and it looks like you were right in saying that Greenville drove them a little too far out of bounds, as this one's going against us. It'll push them back likely 15 more yards.
Well, you know, once you get that guy out of bounds, you just got to let him go. I mean, and if he's going out of bounds, don't push him out of bounds even more.
You would think it's easy most of the time. You know, there's exceptions where your momentum just won't stop, but that one was easy to stop and just let him go. So just another bad mistake from Greenville's defense to push them way further than they should have been.
Martinez standing at the 32. It pops over him as he's going to recover it back at the 21 under a lot of pressure, as he's going to be sacked for a huge loss there. So not sure if he just wasn't ready or if that was just a really bad snap, but either way, plays big in Greenville's favor.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to bring up the 2-minute warning.
So we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back after this word from GEUS. Awesome.
Good break from the high pressure.
Yeah, that should be perfect. Hey, did I hear him say something about they're going to try to fix the internet at halftime? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, It's been off and on. I mean, I noticed it with like 3 minutes left that it finally came back on for the first time all game. So
Yep, it's internet's
That's kind of what I figured.
when I keep really speed text, it's almost nothing.
Oh, that's just fantastic.
yeah, I saw it. It was like point something. It wasn't he?
Golly. That might be better than else.
Like
So
like
we are
point
recording,
two,
we can
point
play it
three.
back, too.
Sweet. How much longer do you have on this commercial?
Can we do 5?
Bring us back as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back, guys.
Martinez takes the snap. He's got 2 wide receivers split to each side. Under a little bit of pressure as he rolls to his right. He's looking for his man downfield. McEwen pressuring him, and he is forced out of bounds after a little bit of a pickup, but he needed a lot more than that.
Yeah, and good restraint finally from the defense, as it looked like number 13 was in on that tackle. Tyrone Rockwell, somebody that I haven't called the name of so far, but he had good restraint and didn't hit him out of bounds and just let him go out. So good to see.
Yeah, so Martinez standing in the backfield solo again. 2 wide receivers split to each side, standing at the 24-yard line. Takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his left. He's got his man, and it's dropped as that pass was intended for number 1, Travion Stewart. It was a little behind him, and a big break there for Greenville.
Yeah, and it looked like he had beat his man, and he was ready to make a play, but again, it looked a little behind him, and it looked like he was ready to catch it and go, and forgot the catch it part, so...
Yeah, and he had a little bit of room. He might would have picked up some. I don't know if they would have been able to stop him before the first down, so big break for Greenville there. It's definitely going to bring on the punting unit, I would think, here. It's number 8. Chris Martinez back, it looking like to kick for Ennis. And again, I didn't ever get the number the first time, so maybe he is their punter.
Yeah, which that makes 2 teams rocking their quarterbacks at punter.
So he does kick it away here, as it's going to take an Ennis bounce and bounce right out of bounds at about the Greenville 39-yard line or so.
Yes, exactly.
So, 0 and 8 from the press box sometimes do look similar.
Yeah, and that brings up fairly good field position, I would say, for the Lions with 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the half to try and make at least a push for a field goal. We would love a touchdown, though, so let's see what they can do on offense.
Yeah, I would say the Lions have plan A, plan B, and plan C here. March, let's see, 61 yards and score a touchdown. March almost 61 yards and kick a field goal, or at least hold the ball for the last minute and 40 seconds. As Ennis will receive the second half kick, so Greenville would be crucial if they can hold the ball for the rest of the half and or at least score a touchdown.
Yeah, anything to keep the ball out of Ennis's hands, I'm fine with.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's joined in the backfield by Montana McEwen. Drops back, looking to his left, and he overshoots his man. I'm not really sure what happened there, as there was nobody in range, really.
Yeah, it looked like almost Dunn is the one looking over to the sidelines like he either ran the wrong route or got the wrong call. So, yeah, I'm not really too sure who it was for, but not what we want to see on first and 10, I should say, sorry.
Yeah, so 2nd and 10 here. Again, 2 wide receivers to each side. Rodriguez standing at the 34-yard line, Takes the snap. McEwen in motion, rolls to his left. He's under a lot of pressure as he's going to be swallowed up for a huge loss there.
Yeah, and it looks like from the whistles I'm hearing, there's been a timeout called from Greenville as they're trying to conserve some time before the end of this half.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and really long here. 3rd and about 13. So Greenville's faced some longer plays, but some of those longer plays they've been bailed out by penalties, and you can't count on that. So they got to make something happen here.
Pardon me. That was a timeout from Ennis, which means they're going for this clock. So hopefully we can make some big plays and keep the ball out of their hands for the remainder of this half.
And that makes a little more sense as Ennis is hoping to get a stop here, maybe even force a turnover. They may be thinking, regardless of field position, Greenville may be thinking 4 downs here, because if they force a turnover at this point, they'd have a short field and plenty of time to go 30 yards or 35 yards.
Sounds about right to me. And it looks like Greenville's taking the most they can out of this timeout to draw up a good third down play and get as far as they can before Ennis gets this ball.
So 2 wide receivers again to the left, 1 to the right. Rodriguez in the backfield with McEwen. Takes the snap, rolls to his left. He's looking for a man. He's under a lot of pressure, and he just throws it away as he almost throws it into the visitor bleachers. And there's going to be a flag on the play, probably for intentional grounding there, as he didn't even make an effort to throw it back to the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, to make things worse, it does look like a intentional grounding penalty, which I believe is automatically a loss of down as well. So that will bring up 4th and long and punt from an even further distance.
Yeah.
Or go for it from an even further distance. Either way, not very good for us.
Yeah. Greenville defense has been pretty solid tonight so far, so I'm not saying if they punt the ball away that they won't be able to hold it, but you don't want to give the ball to somebody at your own 20-yard line with a minute left in the game or a little more.
Yeah, because you know it's going to be a deep ball from Ennis every time if they get this ball, so.
Yeah.
It did look like the punt unit walked onto the field, or I should say ran onto the field. So we will see Ennis drop their deep guys back and probably have a good protection plan for this punt return.
Yeah, as they're fixing, Greenville's backing up way further as here they come. 4th and 21 here. As Rodriguez stands at the 16 to receive the snap. Takes the snap. Punts it. It's a high punt. Not a ton of distance, but it takes a Greenville bounce, as that's going to roll back to the Ennis 42-yard line.
Yeah, one thing, I don't know if it's something he does on purpose, but one thing he's really good at when he punts is making that ball roll. And that's helped him out a lot this season, as we've seen a few pretty nice punts due to that roll. So that'll push them back as far as we can get them to about their 41-yard line before they come headed towards our end zone.
Yeah, for sure. So they'll need to go 59 yards here to make something happen, as the Greenville defense looks to stand strong once again. Martinez standing solo in the backfield, back at the 34-yard line. 2 wide receivers split to each side. Takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking to his right, looking now to his left. He's got a man wide open down the field, and it is broken up by number 6, Devin Stroud. But there's a flag on the play, as I think they're going to say he didn't get his head around.
Well, I thought that was really well covered by number 6, but I guess they're saying he got in just a tad early and called the pass interference, which luckily in high school football is only a 15-yard rather than a spot foul, because that would have been terrible if it was a spot foul.
Yeah. So they're going to walk it back so that they can then walk it forward 15 yards. As you are not wrong, Archer, that would have been awful, because this is going to put them at, I believe, the Greenville 44-yard line. But that, if that had been a spot foul, would have put them at what, about the Greenville 26 or so?
Yeah, and that would have been dangerously close with a minute left and 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Still is very dangerously close.
Ennis, 2 wide receivers each side. Martinez stands at the 50. Greenville showing blitz here, takes the snap. There's a penalty on the play, as it was intended for number 1, Travion Stewart.
And with that penalty coming out and the play still going, I fear this one's again on the defense.
Yeah, probably an offsides or something.
Oh, it looks like they
looks
waved
they're
off the
waving
penalty.
off the penalty. So, hey, Greenville gets a little bit of a break there, as that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here with 58 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Referee's talking it over here. 2nd and 10 again for Ennis. I guess they're trying to figure out which ball they're going to use.
Make sure we're back down.
I don't know if that's a center preference or a quarterback preference.
Yeah. Martinez takes a snap at the Ennis Greenville 49. Rolls to his right. He's got a little bit of room here, but he's under pressure quick as he finds his man and completes the pass to number 0, Ibanez.
Yeah, and I thought it looked like good coverage from the Lions defense, but just able to make the quick connection with 51 seconds and get out of bounds so they don't have to waste a timeout.
Yeah, it was pretty good coverage there, but he had a tight window and he was able to fit it in there. So 1st and 10 here from the Greenville 31. 2 wide receivers again to each side. Martinez takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his left, and pass is intended for number 13, Adrian Satterwhite, but unable to come up with that one.
Yeah, and it looked like he was able to find a gap right between number 6 and number 4 from the defense, Aiden Rea and Devin Stroud, but as you said, unable to come up with it. Maybe looked probably like a missed throw from the quarterback. So good for the Lions defense, bad for the Lions offense, I should say.
Yeah. So bring up 2nd and 10 here for Ennis. 1 wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left. He's joined in the backfield by, I believe that, I'm not 100% sure who that running back is in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, he's looking to his left. That was Ibanez in the backfield. He finds Ibanez, who makes a man miss, and is going to pick up plenty for the first down there, and then maybe a yard or so.
Yeah, after a few missed tackles, it looked like, again, number 6, Devin Stroud, was able to be the one that took him down officially, as they will call a timeout with 31 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and clock was rolling there, so they had 2 timeouts left, so decided to burn one. As I think we're probably going to, let's see. Do you think, based off what we've seen that kicker do, Ibanez, do you think he could hit a field goal from here?
Well, if the ball is spotted at the 20, we'd call that about a 37-yard field goal. And I'm pretty sure we watched him hit a 40-yard field goal in warm-ups. So I would say it's within his range. It would just have to come down to the whole field goal unit as itself.
Yeah. Well, and I know it's definitely a little bit different, but we see him kick the ball every bit of 60 yards on kickoffs. So, regardless, they're going to have 31 seconds here and a timeout to try to make something happen. I would have a feeling we're going to maybe see a couple shots at the end zone. If nothing comes of that, maybe a run play or something to get a few more yards, and then maybe run the field goal unit out there, as they do have a timeout to burn.
It looks like we're bumping our time up to 37 seconds on the clock, as we got a few people from the press box coming in to tell us.
Yeah, so definitely set up to throw it here, as Martinez has 3 guys out to the right, 1 to the left.
Now it looks like Greenville is going to take a timeout of their own. I guess they didn't like what they saw, and they will talk it over with their defense now.
So they're going to figure it out here. Draw up another play. We don't see this that often, I feel like, in high school football, but Greenville does still have another timeout here, so if Ennis did decide to kick it, they could attempt to ice the kicker. Now, we don't see that very often, I feel like, but hey, if you got it, you might as well try it.
No, you don't see it very often, but it does happen, and it happened to me as a kicker one time against Mesquite Poteet, and I don't like to talk about my misses, but I did happen to miss the kick afterwards, whether or not it was the icing or other issues. The kick was missed, so I would say it works.
Yeah, well, you see it work all the time in the pros, and so it would stand to reason that it would work in high school too. So both Lions teams trotting back on the field here is 37 seconds left to play, and I think we're going to see some football after the back-to-back timeouts from each team. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Martinez stands at the 25. He takes the snap. He's rolling to his right here. He's looking to his right, of course. Now he's looking to his left as he finds a man. That is number 32, Aiden Jones, with a huge pickup there as the clock is rolling. And, there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's against Ennis, maybe.
Yeah, it looked like the referee pointed against Ennis, so that'll push them back even further. So that is a big break for the Lions, as that was a huge pickup by Ennis, as that's going to bring up
First and 10 here from the Greenville 30. First and 20, excuse me, from the Greenville 30. Takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's under a little bit of pressure here. He rolls to his right. And that was Bailey who jumped in front of that, but I think it was going out of bounds anyway, as that pass was intended for number 1, Travion Stewart. So a great defensive stand by Greenville.
Yeah, and it looked like good instinct from Bailey there to get in front of the receiver and at least give himself a little bit of a chance to get that ball. But as you said, the ball was going out of bounds either way, so at least he didn't catch it.
And, you know, for Ennis, we were talking about how they had the luxury there of having a timeout and everything and not much field position, not very far to go and maybe kick a field goal, but they backed themselves out of field goal range here for sure now, as they need to have something happen here if they're going to try to score again. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Martinez takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's under pressure quick. He throws it to Aiden again. That's a big pickup, but he needed a lot.
And he stays in bounds, and then we see the timeout from the Ennis Lions. I missed who made that tackle because I was too worried about the clock moving still, but we will see that timeout and possibly the kicking unit come onto the field from Ennis.
Yeah, and so we will be looking at, if the kicking unit does come on like I think they probably will, we'll be looking at what, Archer, about a 38-yard kick or so?
I believe you're right, because naturally they go about 7 yards back, so, and then you add the 10 for the end zone, so that would make it about a 38-yarder. And, I mean, that's no easy task, especially in high school, but with this kicker's leg, I don't know, I would call it a pretty easy task.
Yeah, we'll see. Definitely saw him hit some 40-yarders in warm-ups. So we do see number 7, Elijah LeBlanc, walk on the field, and he is their holder. So we're definitely going to see a kick here as Ibanez is getting ready to kick it. We see Stroud lining up on the right side of the defensive line as he's going to be trying to get back there and throw up a hand to block it. Typically we see Chris Whitus in that position, but with his injury we will not be seeing him tonight. Takes the snap. It's a good one. Ibanez's kick is up, and it is good. So it was a heck of a kick, as that will bring us to the score of Ennis Lions 13, Greenville Lions 0 with, it looks like, 1 second left on the clock here.
And yeah, I mean, I guess technically it would give a chance for a return. Maybe Pierre Dunn will get his chance and break loose right before halftime and give us our first Greenville Lions score of the game.
Yeah, I guess maybe they'll let him try to run it out of the end zone this time. But if it's way back in the back, I have a feeling they'll just have him let it go and go to halftime here.
And I'd say normally after, when I would kick a field goal, that next kickoff was way through the back of the end zone because I was so hyped from kicking it during the game. Because kickoffs, I don't know, personally I saw them as not actually during the game. When I'm getting rushed by the other team, I get a little scared and my adrenaline goes up, so the next kick is very powerful.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So we'll see Ibanez again here at the 40-yard line, getting ready to kick it off. 2 guys back deep for Greenville. That is number 8, DeKebrian Williams, as well as number 0, Pierre Dunn. Ibanez getting ready to kick it off here. Runs up. And it's a short kick, as they're just going to jump on that one and let the time expire here, which I think is probably a pretty smart thing. So we're looking at a score of Ennis Lions 13, Greenville Lions 0 here, as we're going to head to halftime, take a little bit of a break, and here in a little bit we'll be back with David Claiborne for a halftime interview with some stats.
Now we're going to have a little break for the halftime. Hey, we switched lines. Go ahead.
Sweet.
You already did. Oh, you did? Okay.
So is this just going to connect right to him next? Like, I don't need to do anything else?
Yeah, you don't need to do anything.
Yeah, you can just leave it right there.
It's still on when we go back live.
Just kind of keep them rolling until me and David are back over here. I'm going to go talk to him.
So guys, we're wireless now. We'll be for a while.
No,
Go
I
back to
know.
David. So, can you turn the lights up a bit? Your face is like real dark.
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. That's going to help. Thank you.
If I can find it. There we go.
So we're still commercials. We'll be for a while. Y'all can take a break and get something ready. I see a camera 4 battery. What's that? Oh, is that it? Gotcha. So you're going to swap it out. How's everybody's VLOC batteries right now? Let's see. Nice. Talon, how's your VLOC battery? Still super slow. 78. Nice, so that'll definitely last the rest of the game. It's those C100 batteries that are the issue. We might need to run some other C100 batteries down so you have a burp. Do you want to swap it out now? We could run one down to you. If you think you need it. Oh, you are? Okay, perfect.
And wearing the star helmet is the senior captain, Natalie Williamson.
It's actually the first one I've ever. Really? I've had zero today for the first time forever. I don't drink soda. Ever.
How's it going, Talon?
Two outstanding members are recognized for their hard work and dedication. Game day girl is Solana Steele.
We're having big internet problems. It's not a stream, basically. It's just cutting in and out.
Alright, David, you'll be right here.
Awesome. Yeah, that light's much better now.
Good, good.
Crank up David's a little bit brighter. Sorry, we're going to have to blind you a little bit here. It's going to look good
my
on camera.
sunglasses on.
Maybe.
Put this on.
Yeah. Hey, you need a hand? Can you check and see how we sound without it going through there?
I can see if I'm getting audio,
Okay.
but I can't really listen to it.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have a real audio mixer up here. I can actually hear it right now because it's only commercial audio going out.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how much longer you got on the commercial, but whenever that one's done, you can bring us in and we'll talk for a little bit. So you don't have to cut it short or
Let me see
anything.
how long it is. It's 15 seconds more.
Yeah, you good at 15 seconds, David?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, when you see your faces on here, you're going to be live.
I'll say something like "and we're back" and stuff. Yeah, I believe Bob's in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And welcome back here. Once again, I am Bentley Love here at TA Cotton Ford Stadium. With me is Harold Banner, reporter David Claiborne here, as he's been keeping stats this whole first half, and so we're going to talk a little bit about the tale of the game as the numbers go. So, David, what do you have for us so far?
Oh, the numbers are not very what you would call awesome.
Yeah.
For the Greenville Lions, I got them with 7 first downs, 16 yards rushing, 34 yards passing, 50 yards total. That's not one of their better efforts. That second quarter, they just kind of looked lost out there.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
Mental fog. I don't know. They didn't look very fired up. They needed halftime. Maybe they'll come back for the second half with a little more enthusiasm. I thought that second quarter, they looked flat.
Yeah, well, and we saw last week against Poteet, they were definitely a second-half team, so hopefully they'll have something powerful in the locker room and be able to come back stronger.
Ennis, they got 11 first downs. They only have 30 yards rushing. Their best running back, Windarius Jones, I've spotted him on the sidelines. He's not suited out. Last year he ran for 90 yards on 3 carries against the line. And coming in, he was, he had like almost 700 yards rushing. So that hurts Ennis not having him in there because the quarterback, Chris Martinez, he has 42 yards on 5 carries, but the other running back, Andre Ibanez, he had 1 yard.
Yeah.
And but passing wise, Ennis, the 13-24 Martinez is for 163 yards. He threw it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different receivers. They spread out the passing. The guy that impresses me the most is Andre Ibanez, the place kicker.
Yeah.
He had those field goals of 23 and 38. That 38-yarder would have been good for about 50. But one of his extra points almost landed on the track. And you see all the touchbacks he had on kickoffs. Only touchback he didn't have was that scribbler there, make sure Tom went on. That kid's got a leg.
Yeah, he really does. Archer and I were talking about it during the game. Archer says, he's a kicker in high school, of course, said wouldn't be surprised if he's got some colleges scouting him.
Well, we nowadays, NFL included, you don't see as many touchbacks on kickoffs. But this guy, every one of them, and one of those, landed about 5 yards deep in the end zone? That guy, he's got quite a leg.
He had one go out of the end zone in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it barely got out, but it bounced
I'm
right
very
off
impressed with
back
him.
line.
But one of the things we need to talk about penalties. Goodness. The Greenville Lions had 9 penalties, 90 yards. Ennis had 9 penalties, 80 yards. They got false starts. They have late hits, personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct, ineligible receiver downfield. You name it. In this time of the season, you're not supposed to have that many penalties. You expect in the first couple games while they're trying to get things down, but this time of year, they're supposed to know what they're doing out there. And I think that they're getting a little emotional, and we got a guy that got hit on the sidelines, and he gets up, and next thing you know, somebody's drawing a penalty flag.
Yeah.
I mean, both teams probably need to show a little more self-discipline. But I understand when you get hit late, you're probably upset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, you might expect to see maybe a pass interference here and there, a holding, some simple penalties like that. But for the most part, a lot of these penalties, like you said, they've been discipline penalties that are easily avoidable.
That's something both coaching staffs, I'm sure, are talking to their players at halftime. Hey, let's not beat ourselves with penalties. Mm-hmm. And I think any coach is happy or satisfied if they get a couple penalties because they're just hustling. And the guy got there just a little too late or something. But some of these, they're just not using their heads. And it's on both teams, and things are said on the sidelines, and pushing happens. And, that's way too many. That's too many penalties for a game, much less a half. 18 penalties.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I mean, looking at that score right now, Ennis up by 13 points. Without those penalties, game would look a lot different, I feel like.
Yeah, it could be 3-0 right now, or 6-0.
Definitely could be.
Both teams had big plays and were threatening and get a penalty that wiped out the game, and those are the penalties that really hurt you the most. When you could be downfield at the 10-yard line, instead you're back to the midfield.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep. Phoenix, he's 5 of 14 passing. I got him for 34 yards. He's thrown it to 4 different guys. Hadn't been a lot of. I saw a couple of overthrows where a receiver had a step or two, but most time when he looks to throw, they're well covered out there.
Yeah. Ennis's defense has been really, really good. You know, guy we talked about in pregame was number 44, Cash Hendricks. I haven't seen him very many times making big plays out there. He's averaging, like I said, about 10 tackles per game. But it's been their defensive backs that have been making the big difference, like you said, covering everybody really tight.
Well, Greenville Lions, Javian Bailey's had a couple plays back there in the secondary. He's made some plays. And, you know, the Lions secondary during this season, they've made some plays.
Yeah, they have
made some plays.
They have. I've been really impressed with them. And you know, they're missing, like we talked about, Chris Whitus, who plays, you know, both sides of the ball. But they're doing Whitus is a player that you can't replace him, but they're doing a good job not letting there be a big drop off.
Whitus, you know, he can help you on offense, defense, and special teams.
All three phases, he's important in all of them.
He's made some big plays. You know, I was sorry to see that he was, you know, out there not suited out, but at least they had him as a captain.
Yeah.
You know, he's an important player to this team.
Yeah. Well, and you know, he was actually listed on my two deep chart here as one of the starting wide receivers for tonight's game, and I just got this today at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that makes me think maybe something happened late in the day that's keeping him from playing. You know, Bob typically he goes to their breakfast they have in the mornings, but I have school, and so I wasn't able to make it today without him being here. So if he was here, he might would have some insight for us, but we
things
just
have
don't know.
changed with HEPA laws and all that. You know, high schools and colleges used to freely tell you who was out with injury. Man, they don't tell you anything.
Yeah.
And I understand it. They're protecting the privacy of families and their children. But you and I, we don't know why this guy's not here.
Exactly, and it leaves us wondering. But at the same time, it could be a little bit of a strategic thing, too, is they don't want to let the other team know because then they can start game planning for the backups.
That's exactly, you know, I remember in past, the line coaching staff would tell me, could you not print that this guy's not playing this week? Because, you know, that would be a great asset to the other program to know that we don't have to gear our defensive scheme around this kid and to know that he's not playing would help the other team. So, you know, it's good for both schools and teams to keep their injuries mum because you might have to over-prepare and Lions might put in a game plan for number 5 when Darius Jones that now they have to take it out of the playbook.
Exactly. Well, the Ennis band is about wrapped up here. So, David, do you have anything else?
I just like to see a cleaner second half, less penalties, less throwaways, and guys just play hard.
Yeah. Well, and of course we haven't watched Ennis play yet, but I know personally I'm a firm believer that Greenville is a second half team. So I think we will see a better second half from Greenville.
We've seen that the last 2 years against Mesquite Poteet. You know, the previous year Poteet got up 37-0. This past time they were up 41-7. Greenville responded both times.
Yep.
And they're not way behind now, but they're behind. So see, they can't repeat that and play better in the second half.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, Greenville, like I said, they outscored Poteet last week 28-14. I'm not saying they're going to come out here and do that against Ennis, but if they did, that would be enough to give them a one-point win.
Enough to win.
So, David, I really appreciate you coming up here and sharing some numbers with me. We've missed you the last couple of weeks, and it's good to see you again. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break here, and then we'll be back with the Greenville Lions Band and Greenville Lions Flashes. Thank y'all.
All right, well,
Awesome.
so as soon as the Greenville halftime show starts, we're going to go back.
That was the first half.
Before, I still want to have
David, it's good to see you. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick before we get second.
That was the first half. So many penalties. Always. Go back to sport.
Lopez Sr. The Ennis High School band is under the direction of David Jordan, David Curry, and Dylan Vickers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ennis High School band.
High School is proud to present the oldest drill team in Texas, the Flaming Flashes. The Flaming Flashes are led onto the field by your 2025 to 2026 dance officers. From left to right, they are Major Allison Nicolas Castillo, Major Alexis Rios, Major Riley Van James, Major Rudy Desai, and on center, Colonel Veronica Ibarra. Social officers for the Flaming Flashes are Charlene Badillo Torres, Evelyn Castillo, and Aaliyah Kelly. Flashes of the week are Brooklyn Sampson and Maria Valencia. The Flashes have just performed their traditional high-tea Tale of Me Over. They will now entertain you with the fantasy larger than life. The Flashes would like to dedicate this performance to our staff member of the week, Nurse Garcia. The Flaming Flashes are under the direction of Ennis and Letitia Barrett. The Flashes would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Ray and Andrea Powell, Jackie Murley with Highlands Residential Mortgage, Bonnie G. Stewart, Highland Parish Baptist Church, and Alliance Bank. Now performing the Greenville High School's award-winning Lion Pride Band. The Lion Pride Band is in its 94th year and is under the direction direction of head director, Dr. Matt Obi, assistant director, Luke Daly, and percussion director, John Brown. Color guard instruction by A.J. Pong. Drum majors are Mariana Ochoa, Caitlin T. and Jude Walker. The Livestock Band is proudly sponsored by Alliance Band, the Greenville Municipal Auditorium, in loving memory of Carla Conover, the Raffle Clinic, UAW Local 967 Greenville, Texas, 380 Steel and Pipe Supplies, Blackbird Pro Audio, Corner Store Insurance, Farmers Electric Cooperative, Garcia Automotive, GEUS, Lone Star Credit Union, Mandy Stewart, Allstate Real Estate, The Medicine Shop, State Farm Insurance, Eddie Hall, Chick-fil-A, Larry and Don James, CT Excavation. Our section of the week is The Color Guard. Featuring the music of Robert W. Smith, Enya, Percy Granger, and Michael Doherty, please enjoy this year's Line 5 Band marching production, SOS.
Welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium. I'm Bentley Love. Alongside me is Archer O'Neill and Derek Price working the controls. We are looking here as Greenville's getting ready to kick off to start our second half here, down 13-0. And looking for a strong second half, hopefully from Greenville, like we saw 2 weeks ago against Poteet. We hope y'all enjoyed that halftime entertainment by our fantastic band, as well as getting to hear from David Claiborne with some interesting stats about the first half. Kick is up, and it's a pretty good one, as it's going to be fielded at the 19, as that's run out all the way back to the 31 by number 13, Adrian Satterwhite.
And I believe it surprised me when we were kicking off because that's the first kickoff of the game for the Greenville Lions. And pretty good coverage from the team as well. So stop them in pretty good field position and hopefully get a good stop like we did last opening the second half.
Yeah, Figueroa's kick was a good one though, for sure. As it was a good run back by Ennis, but Ennis will be starting here first and 10 from their own 31-yard line. As we see Chris Martinez step into the backfield, joined by number 6, Desmond Johnson. 3 wide receivers split out left, 0 to the right. A little confusion here as the referees are talking it over.
Yeah, there's a little confusion up here in the box, at least for me there is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about. It looked like I saw maybe a referee pick a flag up all the way back at the Greenville 45, but I can't imagine what he could have been throwing it for. And they're waving it off.
He couldn't imagine what he was throwing it for either.
Maybe maybe he's the only one who didn't get to throw a flag in the first half. You know, we had 18 penalties, so maybe he didn't get to throw, and he said, heck, I'm getting in on this fun.
I think that's what it was.
Martinez is ready to take the snap here to get us started. He takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's got his man, as he's going to be stopped really quickly. That was number 9, Kylan Johnson, on the reception there.
Yeah, and met right away by number 4 in company. Number 4 being an Aiden Ray. He's made multiple plays on the defense today and offense as he continues to be a big player in the second half.
Yeah, so that's going to be a pickup of 2 here. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Ennis. 3 wide receivers this time to the right. Martinez standing at the 27-yard line. He takes the snap. He drops back. Now he's rolling to his right. He flips it to his running back. That's Desmond Johnson. Johnson's got a lot of room here as he's got a lot of green grass in front of him. And he's tackled all the way down at the Greenville 42-yard line. After a big pickup there. That'll be plenty to move the chains here for Ennis, as that's going to be 1st and 10 now from the Greenville 42.
As they're quick to get started again on this offensive drive.
And almost get, I believe that might have been Legarian Savage to jump off sides, but he was able to not. Martinez stands at the 52. He takes the snap. It's a little high. He's rolling to his right here. He flips it to Desmond Johnson again, as Johnson is tackled after a pickup of about 4.
Yeah, and tackled by number 40, Jorge Aguilera, who we've seen a few times today. Had a costly penalty earlier, but made a good tackle there. And I want to say that's maybe the first time we've seen the quarterback actually pitch it on one of his pitch plays.
Yeah, second time he did it right before. But other than that, yeah, we've not seen that at all in the first half. As David mentioned, I believe they had maybe around 44, 45 rushing yards, and almost all of them were by the quarterback. Martinez standing at the 45-yard line, takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's got his man. That is number 9, Johnson, who makes the catch and picks up quite a bit of yardage there.
Yeah, and it was a missed tackle by, it looked like, number 8 on the Lions, DeKebrian Williams, who then made up for it by making the tackle at the end of the play. Just a little too late on that one.
So we're back here with Martinez standing at the 30 this time. 3 receivers to the left. He rolls to his left. He's met by a Greenville defender, but has a lot of open space after he shakes them all, and he's going to run it in for a 14-yard touchdown there to get us started in this second half.
Yeah, he just made a few men miss and kind of waltzed into the end zone right there, which will make it 19-0, awaiting the PAT.
So we're going to see Ibanez on again. Oh, no, they're going to go for 2 here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Martinez puts a man in motion. He takes the snap. He flips it to his receiver, who throws it, and it is completed. So that was thrown by number 7, Elijah LeBlanc, who is actually the backup quarterback and holder, and was caught by number 32, Aiden Jones, the tight end.
Yeah, I guess a good time to practice one of your trick plays is they convert on the 2-point conversion and bring it up to a flat 21-0, which makes it a 3-score game here.
Yeah, so a big, pretty short drive, actually, I would say, time-wise, by Ennis there, as they ran a little under 3 minutes off the clock, but were able to put 7 up. And so Greenville will get ready here to receive the kick with 9 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock. Pierre Dunn back at the 10-yard line. DeKebrian Williams also back at the 10 to receive. And we've seen Ibanez kick it deep several times, as I have a feeling this will be no different.
Yeah, I'd like to see a chance for one of our dangerous returners to get a chance, but I just don't know if that's going to be the case tonight.
Ibanez with a big run up. He kicks it. It is a really deep kick, as he's going to field that right at the goal line and try to run it out. And he's got something going here, as he's making something happen, making several guys miss. And he ran it all the way out to about the 27-yard line there, so it proved to be a good call. Got a couple extra yards, but it looks like he might be injured. Nope, he's popping up.
Yeah, it looked like he made do with his chance that he got. And, I mean, really we could say he only got 2 more yards than letting it drop in the end zone, but he made a few guys miss and could have broken out very easily.
Yeah, it looks like it may have been a cramp as he's holding his leg. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but Greenville is going to get their start here in this second half as they're looking to make something happen down by 3 scores. And, you know, like we said a little bit in the first half, Greenville, I would say, is definitely a second-half team, so hopefully they'll get something going quick and make things a little interesting here.
I would like to see that happen.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Rodriguez. He puts Colbert in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to Colbert. Colbert's going to the right side. Makes a guy miss, stiff arms another, but is tackled down at about the 30 after a pickup of about 3. So good little run there.
Yeah, and tackle made initially by number 10, Xavier Collins, who's been a big guy for this Ennis Lions defense. Him and Blake Cashman in the middle have really, or Cash Hendricks, sorry, have been really making a difference.
And Rodriguez looking to the side here to get the play, him and Brand both. As we see the 3 big signs go up. Rodriguez ready to take the snap here, standing at the 25. 2 wide receivers to the left. A little bit of a high snap, but he handles it. And he hands it off to Armstrong Teeters, who's thrown back for a big loss there.
Yeah, number 98, really gave him no other choice but to hit the floor where he was, and that being number 98, Kalijah Parker, who's made a few big plays behind the line of scrimmage tonight, which will bring up 3rd and long for this Greenville team.
Yeah, they're going to call it a loss of 3 here, so it'll bring up 3rd and 11 for Rodriguez, as he is looking to make something happen, most likely through the air here, I would think. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Puts a man in motion. Bankston's got a little bit of room off the line. He never looks to his way, though. Gets it to Dunn, who tries to make something happen, but is tackled well short of the first down. Excuse me, that was Colbert, not Dunn.
Yeah, and that looked by number 14, Adrian Navarro, who we've only seen make a few plays tonight, but making plays when it matters. This one on a 3rd and long to stop him short of the sticks.
Yeah, and it looks like the Lions are going to punt it here, of course, as there's 7 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, no point in rushing a 4th down try on this one, especially in the field position that they're at, as Phoenix Rodriguez is back at the 20-yard line, ready to punt this one away, which we've seen him do a few times tonight and a few times pretty well. So
it's a high snap, but he handles it okay. It's a good punt, as it's going to take a Ennis bounce, but that was Jaco who jumped on it before it could bounce back any further. He tried to down it at the Ennis 39-yard line, but they said, no, you can't reach out and stick it further back than it went. So it'll be Ennis's ball here at the 40 to get things going.
Yeah, good attempt by him, which we've seen a lot of heart from him. He's been playing a majority of his defensive snaps, so possibly hearing his name a few more times tonight. However, it looks where he's been playing has been now taken over by Edward Fluellen. So we'll see how that experiment goes so far.
Yeah, and Jaco, a really young player. Definitely going to see more of him next year, but good to get some experience here for the young guy. Martinez takes the snap. He rolls to the left. He flips it to his running back again, and he's got a lot of room and picks up the first down pretty easily. That was Desmond Johnson.
Yeah, and initially met by Mekhi McEwen, who we obviously know is a big-time player for the Greenville Lions, which to be a D lineman making a play 15 yards down the field, that's just heart right there. That's nothing else but heart and effort.
Yeah, well, and McEwen's playing obviously a lot of DN right now, but he can also play some linebacker, so he's a real versatile player. Martinez stands at the 48-yard line of Greenville. Play clock at 10. 3 wide receivers to the right. He's looking to his sideline to get the play. Play clock at 5. 3. Takes the snap. He gets it off in time. Hands it back to his running back, Desmond Johnson, who picks up about 4 or 5 on the play there before being tackled.
Before being swung around to the ground by Zayden Armstrong-Teeters right there, making another big play on the defensive side.
Yeah, huge tackle there by the junior linebacker and running back, Teeters. Like we've talked about, the Lions have several players who are a big difference maker, and Teeters is definitely one of them.
Yeah, he stood out this season.
Martinez, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's got his man. He throws it, and he completes it to number 1, Travion Stewart, for a first down.
Yeah, they've been throwing that ball quite a lot tonight, right on that inside post, kind of in route. This time on Javen Bailey out on the outside corner.
Yeah, so good play there by the Ennis Lions. 3 receivers to the right. He gets a guy to jump on the Greenville line, so it's a free play. As he throws it to the end zone, and it's swatted away by number 6, Devin Stroud, but they took the shot because they knew that it wasn't really going to matter as the Greenville player jumped off sides, it looked like.
Yeah, and so that'll bring them to 1st and 5, I believe. And that will give them another chance at probably a run play, I would expect here.
Yeah, definitely a flip of some sort. That seemed to have been their favorite play to start the second half. Bring up 1st and 5 as Martinez stands in the backfield with Desmond Johnson. 3 receivers again to the right. He's going to keep it, flip it to Johnson, and it's fumbled, it looks like.
Looks like he jumped right back on it after he dropped it, number 6. Desmond Johnson, which we had a lot of talk pregame about Windarius Jones, but Bentley, I may be mistaken. I don't know if I've seen him this game.
Yeah, you know, I was talking to David at halftime, and I meant to tell you before we came back, but David said he spotted him on the sideline in jeans and his jersey, so he won't be playing tonight. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, as it brings up 2nd and 9 here for Ennis. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's got some room around the left side as he's tackled and driven way back, by Greenville line. Not sure who that was there, but a big play.
It looked like number 40, Jorge Aguilera, who again just making plays all around the defensive side as a linebacker, I believe he plays. You'll naturally hear his name called quite a bit more than other players.
Yeah. So bring up 3rd and 7 for Ennis. As we see number 90, Jordan Rector, the freshman, move to the right end spot. Martinez takes snap. He's looking right. He's got his man downfield, and it's tipped by Fluellen. And thankfully, it fell into the hands of the receiver, but thankfully it hit the ground first. Great play by Fluellen. He had it on his fingertips, but unfortunately unable to come down with it.
Yes, and he was very frustrated with himself that he didn't get it because, well, it looked like an easy catch to everybody up here in the box, but...
Well, and there wasn't really much between him and the end zone. I mean, I know he'd have a long way to run, of course. Somebody could possibly run him down, but...
Yeah, we see the effort in his eyes, but just wasn't able to make up with the play.
Yeah, and we've got the field goal unit coming on here for what? About a 42-yard kick, and it is up.
Very
and
powerful.
It is good by a lot. That one might would have been good from 50.
Yeah, I mean, as we've talked about and seen, this kicker's got legs, so no doubt I probably would have done the same choice there.
Yeah, so it brings us to a score of Ennis Lions 24, Greenville Lions 0, as we're going to take a short break here and be back after this word from GEUS.
Yeah. I've been trying to refresh and everything. But
20 seconds more, we have to keep going.
You got 20 seconds left?
Yeah.
I'd say 20 seconds and bring us back.
Yeah, 20 seconds is probably pretty
Go
good.
back in about 15 seconds.
Okay. And welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium as we await the kickoff by Ennis, as Greenville's going to get the ball here with 3.5 minutes left to go and down by 24 points.
Yeah, and something fun outside of football that I don't know if we've mentioned tonight, it's middle school night for the band, which is always a fun experience for these kids to come out and see Friday Night Lights from the band's perspective for the first time. And, you know, me and Bentley were both in the band and had our middle school night, and it really was a fun experience for everybody involved.
Yeah, it really was. So we see the kick here by Ibanez. It is a big kick again, and this time DeKebrian Williams decides he's going to let it go. So bring it out to the 25. While we have a second here, back on the band competition or conversation you're talking about. Now, I experienced it as a middle schooler and a high schooler, and I got to say it's pretty fun from both perspectives because when I was a freshman, I had several friends that were a year behind me in school, and to get to talk to some of those guys that I hadn't seen in a while and all that, it was really neat. And it's a good experience for those 8th graders to see what their Friday nights are going to be like the next year if they stick with it.
Yeah, and band is something everybody loves in Greenville. They're really good. Our fans love them. The band loves themselves. I mean, it's just a great thing that we have here.
Yeah, so Rodriguez and his offense are out there now. Rodriguez stands at the 23, wide receivers to the left. Shotgun formation, takes the snap. Throws it to Colbert. He's got Colbert, who's got a little bit of room. Gets some help from a blocker, breaks a tackle, and picks up a yard or two more before being forced out of bounds. It might have been enough to get the first down.
Yeah, pretty good block from Pierre Dunn outside. Was able to give him probably 5 or 6 more yards on that carry, on that reception, I should say.
Yeah, so it was enough for a first down here, as that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Greenville 37-yard line, 36-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right. Rodriguez looking to the right, takes the snap, hands it off to, fakes the handoff to his running back, keeps it himself. He rolls to the left, got a little bit of room, breaks a tackle, and then is quickly run down after a pickup of about 14 yards or so.
Yeah, I like that play call. Very aggressive, and well, he ran like he had a purpose, and that's something we don't really see out of him. He normally runs kind of timid, as most quarterbacks do, but he looked real well on that run, and I'd like to see it more often.
Yeah, Greenville with the ball here at their own 49-yard line. Rodriguez takes the snap. He looks to his right. He's got Dunn in the flat. Dunn try to make something happen here. Makes the first man miss, but is quickly tackled by the next couple.
Yeah, and I mean, it looked like possibly Bankston was out there trying to make a block for him, but one man can't block three guys, so they eventually got to Pierre Dunn pretty quickly.
Yeah. So bring up 2nd and 9 here after the pickup of 1. Ball at the 50. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left here. Rodriguez stands at the 45-yard line, sends McEwen out to the right side, 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap, he's looking to the left, now he's looking back to the left. He's got Bankston down the field, and it is picked off. That was number 14, Adrian Navarro for Ennis, as he just overthrew Bankston on that play.
Yeah, Bankston never really had an opportunity to catch that ball, and Navarro was just in the right place, right time, and had his eyes in the right area and caught the ball.
Yeah. So Ennis will get the ball here with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the third quarter at their own 16-yard line.
While we have a quick second in between plays, I'll try and update you with some scores around the district. As right now, Terrell Tigers are facing the Midlothian Heritage Jaguars and winning 21-7 over the Jaguars. And as I said, in between plays, we'll try and get more on those games.
Big score there by Terrell. Martinez, 3 guys to the left, rolls to his left, flips it to his running back, Johnson. Johnson makes a man miss. Gets all the way out to about the 24-yard line or so, but there is a flag down there on the play.
I'd like to assume from the positioning of the flag, it's a holding on the offense. And that will be a good thing for the Greenville Lions if it is.
Yeah, we'll hope that that's the case. And it looks like that was the case. So that is definitely a big help for Greenville.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those receivers trying to keep their guy, keep their block for the running back in. But you can't always hold them that long because they'll try and make a move and get you caught for some holding.
Yeah. So back them up 5 yards, bring up 1st and 15 here. Minute 55 left in the game. 3 receivers out to the right. Martinez rolls to the right and is in a lot of trouble quick, a lot of pressure as he is fumbled and recovered, it looks like, in the end zone by Devin Stroud for a Greenville Lions touchdown.
Yeah, and it looks like, it looked like every single person on the field agreed that it was a fumble. And great heads-up play from number 6, it seems, as he's the one celebrating and being chased on the sideline. Number 6 being Devin Stroud. Again, huge player on the defensive side as look. Sorry, I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if everything on the field looks the same and everybody's on the same page here.
As we do have an injured Ennis Lion on the field out there at about the Greenville 7-yard line or so. As a lineman, he's up, he's on his feet, being helped off the field. That's number 72, Jamarcus Dickerson, 6'4", 365-pound senior offensive lineman. So hopefully, he's walking off under his own power, it looks like, so hopefully it's nothing too serious and he's all right.
Yeah, Bentley, and it looks like the Greenville Lions have decided to go for a 2-point conversion here. I guess we are down 24, so it would make sense to go for 8 a few times in a row.
Yeah.
So we will see how this goes, but call stands for a fumble and recovered in the end zone for Devin Stroud, so good heads-up play from the defense.
Yeah, and those are the kind of plays we like to see from Stroud. I mean, he's a great player. He makes things happen, and he truly is a difference maker. So Rodriguez here for the 2-point conversion. 2 receivers split out to each side. Puts Dunn in motion. Takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He's looking for Dunn, and he's got Dunn for a 2-point conversion there. So a great play by Phoenix Rodriguez and the Dunn connection, as that brings us to a score of Ennis Lions 24, Greenville Lions 8. As you hear the Lion band over here playing the fight song,
which we missed right after the touchdown because they were in the middle of a drum cadence, and well, they probably weren't really aware of what was happening on the field when we recovered a fumble in the end zone. But happy to finally hear the fight song after the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, you know, when you're in the band, they tell you to watch whenever it gets close to the goal line and you're on offense. They don't tell you to watch when it gets close to the goal line and you're on defense, because that happens so seldom. But great play by Devin Stroud in the defense, and then a great job by Phoenix Rodriguez, Pierre Dunn, and their offense to put it in the two-point conversion.
Not very natural that your defense gets the first touchdown of the game for you, but hopefully that kicks our momentum up and our offense steps up, as we saw Pierre Dunn make a good reception for a 2-point conversion. Hopefully we match a few plays together, and if we get the ball back soon, and maybe make it 24-16.
Yeah, you know, my opinion, a defensive touchdown followed by a 2-point conversion is the exact kind of play you look for to fire up your whole team. So we're going to see Nehemiah Figueroa kick it off here, and then we'll get another look at this Greenville defense as they look to make something happen here and give that offense another chance to make something else happen.
Now, I do think it's too early, but
it looks like they might be going for the onside kick here.
I was going to say,
we saw Greenville do that a time or two 2 weeks ago, and it worked.
Nehemiah Figueroa has a very good onside kick, so.
And it was a good kick, but it was right to, unfortunately, number 32, Aiden Jones. So that will give Ennis the ball at the 49-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, and that's the only downside of going for an onside kick as well. If you don't get it, they got pretty good field position rather than being around the 20, 25-yard line area.
And there's a penalty flag down back at the Greenville 40. The ball looked like it made it plenty far.
It's probably an offsides on the kicking team, which will just walk them off another 5 yards.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it will be the Ennis Lion football from the Greenville 46-yard line. So not ideal position for the Greenville Lions, but the defense has stood pretty strong so far tonight. So hopefully we'll see that hold true. They've had a little bit more trouble in the second half. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and the play is blown dead. So I would assume maybe that was a false start by the offense, or they weren't ready. The referees weren't ready.
It looks as if the referees just weren't ready. Because we saw the referee throw his fist down very hard, as in, watch my fist, and I'll tell you when we're ready.
Yeah. So we're looking at 1st and 10 here from the Greenville 46-yard line. Martinez standing at his own 49, takes the snap. He's looking to his left, and he was aiming, it looked like, for number 13, Adrian Satterwhite, but it was overthrown and could have been picked by a Greenville defender, but luckily it just fell incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like Aiden Rea was the one in coverage, and as you said, could have been picked off. Maybe just from here it looked probably pretty close, but down there it probably was pretty far away from him. But
yeah, it was a little bit behind, it looked like, the defender and the receiver too, of course. So 2nd and 10 here. Martinez hands it off to his running back. That was Ibanez, who we haven't seen run it a whole lot in the second half, but had some success there. As we're going to say, that was a pickup of 6, and it will bring up 3rd and 4 here.
yeah, and this is a very good spot for the defense to make a good stop and possibly force another short area punt, which, you know, obviously has a chance of rolling into the end zone and giving us the ball on the 25, which would be pretty nice to see.
Yeah, so Martinez stands at his own 45-yard line. At the Greenville 45-yard line, 2 receivers split out each side, takes a snap, hands it off to his running back, who is quickly stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So a big Greenville Lion play there.
Well, yeah, that looked exactly like what we needed as the defense is celebrating it up and the punting unit is walking onto the field. Well, I guess the punter is staying on the field as he's the quarterback. But the punting unit, the rest of them will walk onto the field, and Pierre Dunn will drop back to about the 15-yard line to receive this punt.
Yeah, and that was number 70, LeGarren Savage, on the tackle behind the line of scrimmage for Greenville. Martinez standing at his own 44-yard line, ready to receive the punt or get the snap. It's a pretty good punt. It's a short punt. It's going to take a big Greenville bounce, and it's going to be down right at the about 5.5-yard line. So we'll see exactly where they spot it.
Yeah, and it looked like a rugby punt technique from the punter quarterback, as normally you'll see that kind of style if you're trying to get it to roll more than go high in the sky. So pretty good operation from the punting unit there, as it pins us right inside the 6-yard line. And that leaves us 94 yards to go for a touchdown. So
yeah, 3 seconds left here on the clock in the third quarter, as Greenville is down by 16 points and looking to make something happen here late in the game.
Bentley, I think this is the first game where at a quarter switch we might end up walking a majority of the field rather than walking about 5 to 10 yards across the middle of the field, because I feel like that's where it always ends up.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Rodriguez standing at his own goal line to take the snap here. 2 receivers to the left, Montana McEwen in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff. He's looking over the middle. And there's a flag on the play there, thankfully, as Dunn was trying to get free for that, but he was grabbed by number 14, Adrian Navarro. So, it is a 15-yard penalty, not a spot foul, but that was maybe 20 yards or so it still helped the Lions quite a bit.
Yeah, and it looked like Navarro was just trying to, it looked like he ended up just stopping him in the middle of his route, which obviously you can't do. You got to let him run his route. And so good for the Lions, the Greenville Lions offense, to pick up that nice penalty and hopefully give them, again, some added momentum into the end zone, hopefully.
Yeah, they don't have to go a long way, but they're not going to have to go quite as long as they would have had to.
Exactly right.
So we're going to be looking at 1st and 10 here for the Lions, it looks like, from the Greenville 21-yard line, as everybody but the referees have swapped field, and now the referees look like they're about to.
Yeah, it looks like they're making sure they get the mark right for the other side of the field. And, well, we've got a good angle of them writing in some notebooks on the camera. I don't know what they could be writing, but it's probably something important, I would say.
Yeah. So, 1st and 10, like I said, from the 21-yard line. Whole fourth quarter left ahead of us, as Greenville needs to go 79 yards here to make something happen.
Well, with the momentum we've got from the defense and then the penalty on this offensive drive, I feel like it's something they can do. They can manage this.
Yeah. Rodriguez, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He throws it, and he's got his man. I'm not sure who that was, but it's a big pass there, as that was completed to, get that number as soon as he gets up. He's looking to be shaken up on the play, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. I believe that was number 1, Bravion Colbert, for a pickup of 19 yards.
Yeah, it looks as if, and it was number 3 that took him down. So while he struggles to get up and the training unit comes on, we'll go ahead and take a break and hear a quick message from GEUS. And he jumps right back up. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, one commercial break, guys.
He jumped right back up. Are we able to get like a 10-second?
We're about to start this week. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah, we'll need it.
We'll need it
Probably
back
now. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Sorry about that.
I apologize about that. Bravion Colbert had us all fooled up here in the booth as he popped up and ran right off the field. So hopefully he's all good. 3 receivers to the right. Rodriguez talking to his coaches, or looking at his coaches at least. Standing at the 35-yard line. Takes the snap. Throws it to Aiden Ray. Ray's got a little bit of room. Tries to make a man miss. Makes the first guy miss, but is quickly tackled by the second.
Yeah, it looked like a partial block from Damian Bankston, as number 28 was able to just barely sneak in there and make the tackle. Aaron Laza who I don't know if we've called out tonight, but made a pretty good play on that one.
Yeah, so a pickup of about 8.5 there is it's going to bring up a long 2nd and 1 or a short 2nd and 2, however you want to look at it. Rodriguez standing at his own 43-yard line, ready to take this snap. 3 receivers to the left. Hands it off to his running back. That's McEwen, who's got a lot of room to make something happen here. And he has a big run there. It was a pickup of about 8 or so yards and more than enough to move the chains for Greenville.
Yeah, and he cut right into number 10 on the defense, Xavier Collins, who's made a bunch of those kind of tackles tonight.
And so 1st and 10 for Greenville here as they're moving the ball quickly. Takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's got Dunn in the flat. Dunn makes the first guy miss. Makes the second miss and is tackled by several Ennis Lions after a pickup of 2 or 3.
Yeah, he made the same cutback twice, and it worked twice. Just that little delay of going back about half a yard was able to let other people catch up to him before he could make a real good move forward. But either way, able to make the pass, and I think this is where the offense works best is when we're constantly passing the ball. So I'm happy to see it going on right now.
Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Greenville. 3 receivers to the right. McEwen in the backfield with Rodriguez. 7 seconds left on the play clock. 5, 3. Rodriguez takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to the right. He's got Colbert, but it's dropped, unfortunately.
Number 28 was in coverage on that one again. That is Aaron Laza, who's been making a few big plays back-to-back in this 4th quarter. So that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Lions offense, which hopefully we can convert on. But I do fear this is 4-down territory, so.
Yeah, definitely. 3rd and 10 here for Greenville from their Ennis 43-yard line is they really need to convert here or at the very least pick up a lot of yardage, make it a short 4th down. Rodriguez puts Dunn in motion right to left. 2 receivers to the left on the right. Takes the snap. He's looking to his left. Now he's looking to his right. Rolls out to the left. He's under a lot of pressure. Trying to make something happen with his legs. He's got his man. That's Brand, who had a lot of room to run, and instead of just turning and running upfield, he had a guy right next to him, tried to make him miss, and ended up getting tackled after a pickup of about 4. So to bring up 4th and 6 here it's definitely going for it time.
Yeah, not quite the move I would have made if I were Brand, but also I'm not Brand, so maybe he had something else in mind. So it will bring up about 4th and 6, and hopefully we at least get 6 here on this play.
Well, he's facing the quarterback, of course, so he didn't know who was behind him. So I guess he thought that maybe would help him out. As Greenville is going to take a timeout here, and we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back after this word from GEUS.
Yeah, sorry, he literally was down the whole time, and then right as we go to break, he pops up just randomly.
It's looking like, oh my gosh, this is going to be serious, and then all of a sudden, no, I'm good.
For post game, when you want to go back on camera, be sure you turn the lights back up.
Yeah, sorry, it was really bright. I was like, I can't even see the players.
That was the case. So we'll commercial break. This was 19 more seconds. Should we come back after that? Is it short?
That's good.
That's perfect.
Okay, so we got now it's 12. So switch back. I'm gonna be on the right camera, guys. We'll go back about 10 seconds now.
And welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium. I'm Bentley Love. Alongside with me is Archer O'Neill. We have 8 minutes and 55 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter, as Greenville has 4th and 6 here as they're trying to make something happen. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Puts Dunn in motion out to the far right side. Takes the snap. He's looking to the right. He's got Bankston, and that should be plenty for a 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
Yeah, and I love that play right there. Quick, get him out of the route and hit him right at the top of his route. So really good play from both Bankston and Rodriguez there, which is one of the keys that I said before the game is that connection right there. So happy to see it finally lighten up and going down the field.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Lions here from the Ennis 28-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, none to the right. Rodriguez takes the snap, hands it off to McEwen. McEwen dances around a little bit, picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, and he was tackled by a bunch of those defensive linebacker guys, so hats off to that crew on that tackle right there. as it'll bring up 2nd and long. And mentioning McEwen, we haven't seen much of Armstrong Teeters in on offense this drive, or maybe even this quarter, but he has been a key player on the defense, so maybe they're balancing his minutes a little bit.
Yeah, I have a feeling trying to give him a little bit of a breather. 2nd and 8 here. 3 guys to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap, tries to fake the handoff, but nobody's there. He keeps it. And he runs it all the way out to about the 22, maybe 21.
Yeah, and he's snatched up by number 10 again, Xavier Collins, who I'd say probably has taken over Cash Hendricks' job of making all the tackles on this defense.
Yeah, excuse me, that's about the 23, so it's going to be a long 3rd and 5 here. Two guys to the left, one to the right. Rodriguez signaling for a timeout as he had 6 seconds left, so Greenville takes a timeout here, as I'm sure they didn't want to burn their second timeout that early, as there's still 7.5 minutes left in this game, and they're going to need every ounce of clock they've got to make something happen late in this one.
Oh, and while we've got a minute, let me see if I can pull up some of those scores around the district again. I forgot about that a little bit. So last update we've got is from quarter 2 again of the Terrell and Jaguars game. And it's 21-7. Terrell Tigers are winning, looking to be 6-0. Crandall right now is playing, I believe. Sorry, Crandall's game is against Kaufman tomorrow. I forget we're playing on a Thursday, so likely nobody else is playing, weirdly, that Midlothian and Terrell are. And as well as it looks like Corsicana and Mesquite Poteet will play tomorrow night as well.
And so we're back here. Colbert switches a little further over to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap. He's looking to the left. He was looking for Bankston, but overthrows him. As that's going to bring up 4th and 5 here. As I would assume the Lions are definitely going to go for it again, as they really need to make something happen. Don't know if y'all can hear them, probably not, but the band, drumline down there on the track, going to town trying to get the crowd hyped up. And it was one of my favorite things in high school, was always listening to the drumline play. They were always so good. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rodriguez takes the snap. He's looking to the left again. He's got Bankston, and they're going to call that incomplete, as that'll be a turnover on downs. Cornerback was all over him, but of course, the referees have a better vantage point of that than we do up here. So,
yeah, and Rodriguez honestly dropped that one right in the basket for Bankston, and it looked like Bankston's basket was open and just dropped the bread out of it. So
yeah. I mean, you're exactly right, Archer. It hit him right in the hands. Great play by the 2 quarterback and wide receiver there, but unfortunately unable to come up with it, or come down with it, I guess, rather, as it'll give Ennis the ball back at their own 23-yard line here with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Martinez stands at the 18-yard line, takes the snap, rolls to his right, flips it to Ibanez. Ibanez got a lot of room, as he's going to run for the first down and then some.
yeah, and it looked like the Lions had that one ready. I mean, obviously they've ran the play a lot tonight, and I'm sure they saw it a lot on film throughout the week, that they're going to run that flip play a lot. But, man, they were right there, and he just got to the quarterback first, and he was able to just get that flip off to the running back.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 here from the Ennis 36-yard line. Is I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of run plays here, as they're just going to try to run the clock out. Martinez,
I believe you're right,
takes the snap, hands it off again to Ibanez, who runs it up the middle and over to the right a little bit, and is tackled at the 40 after a pickup of about 4.
And that looks like Javen Bailey was the one to make the tackle on that one after about 4 or 5 yards and bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, they're going to say got out to the 41-yard line there. So 2nd and 5 here. They're going to use every ounce of clock they can. And, as a Greenville fan and broadcaster, I don't like that, but it's smart football.
It is indeed, yeah. I would do the same if I were in their position.
Exactly. Martinez takes the snap, hands it off again to Ibanez. Ibanez around the right side. Spins and makes one guy miss, but is quickly clobbered by another.
That looks like, man, that is very far away. Looks like 90 Jordan Rector, the freshman, making a big-time play on second down, which likely could end up forcing a pass here on third down to maintain possession on this drive. So big play from that guy. Bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and Rector is he's a big dude, only a freshman, and we really saw him. We saw him, I think, maybe for the first time 3 weeks ago, but saw him the biggest portion for the first time 2 weeks ago, and was a big part of that team. So Martinez definitely going to throw it here unless he keeps it. 2 receivers out each side. Drops back. He's looking to his left. He is going to throw it. He's got a man wide open down the field, and it's bounces off of number 0, Andre Ibanez's hands, into number 1, Travion Stewart's hands, and then out of his onto the ground. So thankfully for the Greenville Lions, it falls incomplete, as that wouldn't have just kept the drive alive. That probably would have ended the drive with a touchdown right there.
Likely so, and somehow we had one guy chasing 2 guys wide open in the middle of the field. So very lucky that neither of them could end up handling the ball, as that'll bring on the punter, which I want to say looks different from the quarterback now this drive. I'm not too sure about that. But
I think it is Martinez, as he's going to punt it here, and it's a high punt, a good punt, as it's going to take an Ennis bounce and go out of bounds, it looks like at the Greenville 28-yard line. So that'll give Greenville all right starting field possession here, as they need 16 points in 5.5 minutes. A bit of a tall order with Ennis definitely running the ball for the most part, but I believe it's doable.
Yeah, I think we can probably expect a lot of deep passes this drive, or in majority just a lot of passes.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's kind of where Greenville's team kind of shines. Maybe not necessarily deep passes, but passes out into the flat and then guys making people miss. So
yeah, we've got some tricksters on the team, so anything to make a guy miss and get a few extra yards and hopefully get out of bounds is the key here.
Bankston and Dunn to the right, Ray to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap. It's low. He's looking to the right. He's trying to find Bankston, who he has, and he bobbles it and comes up with it all the way down to the 21 as he gets some help from his teammates and is pushed down to the 20, as that was about a 52 or so yard pass after all of the bobbling and running.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they kept the play going because we got a few extra yards, but I feel like they should have probably called that one a few seconds earlier than they did, as somebody definitely could have gotten hurt inside that mumble jumble.
Yeah, I'm just glad they didn't manage to strip it from him. 2 receivers out to each side. Rodriguez looking to his left. He's got Colbert, but is unable to connect with him as it falls incomplete.
That was a great pass drawn up from the offense there, as it looked like Pierre Dunn ran the go route, and the out route from Colbert was wide open. He just beat his man and then wasn't able to connect on the pass. So hopefully we see some more drawn up plays like that and get us into the end zone.
Yeah, so 2nd and 10 here. 2 receivers split out to each side. Colbert and Dunn to the left. Graham and Javion Bailey to the right. McEwen in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's looking to the right this time. He's under pressure, and he throws it away.
And it looks like Bankston was over there. I was going to say, it didn't look like there was a receiver in the area, but Bankston was either very close on the sideline and make it look like he was there, or he was on the field.
Yeah, and I could have been wrong. That could have been Bankston out there instead of Graham. Bankston's a little bit of a bigger guy, but from the back when they both got the white arm tape on, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes if you can't see the number.
Very true. And it looks like Javen Bailey is back on the offense as of now. Maybe probably one of those speedster guys that can just get in the end zone, and hopefully, as a defensive back, you don't always work on catching the ball, but hopefully Javen Bailey can come up with a reception if he's targeted.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to see who they slot out there, because as we saw, Bankston probably has some of the best hands of the receivers, but he's not necessarily, don't know that I'd say he's a speed guy, but he's definitely a power guy. I mean, you get him the ball and he may drag a defender or two with him. But then you got your guys like Bravion Colbert, Pierre Dunn, and Javion Bailey that are just outright speedsters.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Damian Bankston's that guy you look at and you want a reception, you throw it to him. The other guys are going to be the ones that are in the back of the end zone waiting on you.
Yeah. So Ray and Bravion Colbert to the left, Bankston and Bailey to the right. Rodriguez takes the snap. He's looking to the right. He's got Bailey, and he throws it out of bounds to Bailey. Unfortunately, not able to come up with that, as that's going to bring up 4th and 10 here from the Ennis 21-yard line, and they got to have it here. 4 minutes and 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they've just got to make something happen right here.
And it looks like Greenville is going to take their final timeout of the half.
A little bit surprising, but maybe Collins either he's looking at it one of two ways. He didn't like what was going on, or he said, it doesn't matter if we score after this if we don't score right here, or at least keep the drive going. So maybe he looked at that and said, this is the most important play of the game so far, so we better make sure we get it right.
I'd have to agree. I think this is probably the most important play of the game, as we definitely need this one before we can do anything else.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some creativity out of this one. Hopefully, we like to throw to the right side, so I don't know. My ideal picture would be McEwen from the backfield on a little wheel route and throw in Bankston and Javen Bailey to a post, and hopefully he'd be wide open. McEwen would be down on the wheel route. That would just be my ideal drawn-up play, but we'll see what they've got out here.
Yeah, so we see something interesting. Devin Stroud comes in at wide receiver, split far left. Rodriguez looking to the right here, as he's got Bankston for the first down. So that's a huge play there.
And as we mentioned earlier, Bankston is the guy you look at when you need a reception in this kind of moment. So good play, and good play to get out of bounds as well for Bankston, as we'll have 4 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock.
I said Bankston wasn't much of a speedster, but, that play only took 5 seconds off the clock, so he got down the field pretty dang quick there.
Yeah,
First and goal here for Greenville from the 8. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rodriguez takes the snap. It's low. He hands it to McEwen, and I think they've blown it dead. I think they're going to say that Rodriguez's knee hit the ground whenever he took that low snap.
That's a killer. I don't like that. And the clock will be running on that one. Because, there's no reason it wouldn't be. He was down inside the play. So hopefully they'll drop something quick and get this ball out. But we have seen that continuously throughout the game of these low snaps. It's not a good time for it.
Yeah, 15 seconds left on the play clock. Rodriguez got a receiver to his left, 2 to the right, takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's got Colbert, and he connects with Colbert, who is down all the way at about the 2-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and goal here for Greenville from the 2.
And he's out of bounds, which does stop the clock, which is good. So, it's scary, but I would like to run McEwen in and see if he can get these 2 extra yards. But
yeah, they're going to have to make something happen here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes the handoff to McEwen, tries to keep it himself, and not a great call there, as he's going to get tackled for a loss back at the 5, it looks like, and bring up 4th and goal from the 5.
Yeah, and that's where the big defensive player, Cash Hendricks, really stepped in and made the play when it mattered. And as you said, this will bring up 4th and it looks like 4, which is really 4th and goal. So hopefully we can get something in and even quicker, because we're running out of clock here.
Yeah, 3:40 on the clock here, as the Lions have to make something happen. Bailey in motion. Bankston to the right, Bailey to the left. Rolls to his right. He's looking for Bankston, and he overthrows him. That's just a real game killer here. Lions had to have a touchdown there, and unfortunately we're not able to come away with one.
Yeah, and unless we see another wild snap from the Ennis team, then I feel like if they get a first down, this game possibly is over.
Yeah.
As the Greenville Lions have no more timeouts as well, as we saw earlier. On one of our most important plays, we use a timeout.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for Ennis from their own 4-yard line. So they got to go 96 yards to score. Not that they really need to, but they got lots of room to work here, as they're going to try to hold the ball for the rest of the game, or as much of the game as possible. I have a hard time seeing them do anything but run the ball.
Something good that you'll see in this one is normally high school teams will wait for the snap like, oh gosh, as they run this ball well into the 30-yard line, and I feel like in the middle of me interrupting, that's going to possibly end the game here.
Yeah, that was number 23, Elijah Davis, I believe, who ran that, who's actually listed as a defensive back. But he did a good job there. 1st and 10 for Ennis from the Ennis 31-yard line.
And what I hope it's not is I hope that's not our players giving up after they kind of missed out on the touchdown that possibly could have brought this game pretty close. I hope they've still got some heart out there and hope that they can still win this game because we've already seen a defensive touchdown already.
Yeah. Martinez hands the ball off again to Davis, and Davis has got plenty of room here as he gets all the way out to the Ennis 49-yard line.
Yeah, before he's met by number 40, again, Jorge Aguilera, who's still having a great game even deep into this fourth quarter.
1st and 10 from the Ennis 48. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock here. We see number 10, Cash Garcia, as well as number 4, Aiden Ray, run off the field for Greenville. And it's going to use all the clock they possibly can, which, makes sense here.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to take it right to the 2-minute warning as well.
Martinez snaps it, hands it off to Davis. Davis gets around the edge and is forced out of bounds with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left here, so they will be forced to snap the ball again.
Yeah, something Ennis probably didn't want to happen was go out of bounds. Luckily, they did get the first down for them. So it's not as much of a painkiller as it could have been.
Yep. Martinez looking to his sideline, trying to figure out what the play is going to be. I mean, it's pretty obvious, I would think. Hand it off to Davis and let him run with it.
Which he's ran for about 15 yards of play so far, and I mean, I hope he doesn't continue it, but it seems as if he might.
Yeah. Martinez takes a snap, hands it off to Davis again. Davis around the left side. He spins and dodges a couple tackles, but is taken down by number 20, Hut Jaco, after a pickup of 5, we're going to say here. And that will be enough to take us to the 2-minute warning here, as we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this word from GEUS. Are you still planning on going down?
Oh, do you want to do a post-game interview or not?
I don't know if they're really going to want to talk to anybody.
Probably, yeah, probably not.
We're making that decision right now. We'll just say it.
Probably not.
So no. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to anybody after the game.
We think they're going to be in the So I think that's a fair judgment.
If they had scored that touchdown there,
If
different
it's been a
story.
win, we would
Yeah,
have said
or if it would have at least been pretty close if we had
Yeah.
scored that touchdown. It could have been a chance, like, we almost had that. What could you have done?
Yeah, but no.
20 seconds left. Will that work?
Yeah, it should be. Maybe.
We can cut it like right before they go to snap it.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it
10
back.
seconds left. So we should go
Yeah,
ahead.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right back now.
Okay, we-
Welcome back here to TA Cotton Ford Stadium. Martinez takes the snap, hands it off to Davis, gets around the edge, and is tackled for a loss there.
Looks like number 90 and company made that tackle right there. Jordan Rector again, the freshman. As the game's never over. We know we've got a good onside unit. This is 3rd down. There's not much time left, but they would have to punt it if we were able to stop them or kick a field goal. We might see a very long field goal try, as we know their kicker's got it, and maybe that's something they just want to do for their kicker.
Yeah.
Get something on the film for him.
Martinez set up to take the snap. 5 seconds left on the clock. Takes it. Hands it off to Davis. Davis goes around the right side and is stopped after a gain of about 2. So that's going to bring up 4th and 4 here.
So as of now, Bentley, I know we just kind of talked about it. This would be about a 52-yard field goal. From watching their kicker in warm-ups and throughout the game, I think he could have it.
Well, they're going to go for it, I'm pretty sure here. But if it was me, I would say let him go out there and kick it. There's 45 seconds left on the clock. let the kid try, see what he can do. But they are going to go for it here with 8 seconds left on the game play clock. Martinez takes a snap, gets to Greenville to jump offside, so it's a free play, and he picks up the first down regardless. So that is going to bring us to an end here. Still 28 seconds left on the clock, but I think that's going to be enough to definitely put the last nail in the coffin there.
And I like to have belief in kickers. I think if the Lions didn't jump there, they weren't going to snap the ball, and they would have called a timeout with about 2 seconds left on the play clock and given their kicker a chance. But that is going to be basically the end of the game there, as they'll just have to take one QB kneel and this game will be over.
Yeah. So that looks like what they're probably going to do here, as Martinez does take the snap and kneels it down, and that's going to be enough to do it for us here, as that is going to just run the clock out. And that will bring us to a final score of Ennis Lions 24 to Greenville Lions 8, as we see both teams at midfield shaking hands and getting ready to congratulate each other and go their separate ways.
Yeah, Bentley, I think this was a good showing from the Greenville defense. Mainly, I think the offense had their moments, and I think we saw that at the end of the game. And I think, as you've mentioned multiple times, we are very much of a second half team. But I think against this Ennis team, who I think is probably second place in our division for the year, possibly third behind Terrell and Midlothian Heritage, I think we played fairly good. And if we can pull this off the last few games of the season, I think we could possibly squeak a fourth place playoff position.
Yeah, you know, we knew this was going to be a tough game coming in, but Greenville definitely showed a lot of fight and a lot of good stuff here in that second half. In first half, there was a little bit here and there, but they struggled to move the ball. There were so many penalties on both sides of the ball, but both teams did a good job of playing a clean game in the second half. And like you said, they're a second half team, and that's kind of been the story of the season. Their big issue, though, is they're so much not a first half team that when they have a big game and or a big second half, it's not always enough. Hasn't been enough to make a big change. But yeah, definitely some promising things. Several good catches from Bankston, Bailey, Dunn, all those guys making plays out there, especially with the absence of Chris Whitus, who that definitely hurts you.
Yes, sir. I think overall it was a good called game from the coaches. You know, you missed a few penalties and all that, but I think there's potential. And as a young team, I feel like, you know, we'll miss a few of these big time guys, mainly on defense. I believe actually are most of our seniors. But I think they'll be a good team in the next half of the year and the rest of next year and the following years.
Yeah, definitely a lot of young talent, and that's the thing that's most important. I mean, you know, with this loss they fall to 0-6, but I'm hoping that they're going out there and they're learning something from each loss, because the team has a lot of potential and a lot of promise to be really good, a lot better, we'll say, next year and even more so the year after that potentially. So I think if these guys are learning from these losses, that shows a lot of promise. So we see the conclusion there of the school song is Greenville is going to meet and talk with Coach Collins here. As they're just kind of closing it all out here. Archer, do you have any scores from that Terrell game by any chance?
Let me see if anybody updated that one, because as I said, last time we had an update was in quarter 2. And sadly, no, I don't have any updated scores on that. Last one was still 21-7 Terrell Tigers above the Midlothian Heritage Jaguars, which is a scary sight, as I want to say we see Terrell next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
And it will be here.
Yeah. So, you know, hopefully we come out with a good, solid game and match them up pretty well. I'm pretty sure they've, in the past years, run a wing tee similar to the one we saw from the Joshua Owls. So hopefully, normally that's something you really only face one time a year. so you're never really prepared for it. But maybe this time it'll be the second time in the year, and we'll be prepared to run against it.
Yeah, Terrell definitely always has a fantastic program, and have no doubt that that will be the same this year. As if they beat Midlothian Heritage tonight, I think at that point they're the number 1 team in the district for sure. I mean, that's what that's what the records will show. So
100%.
Greenville, we will be away again next week, as we will be traveling to Corsicana for a Friday game. Kickoff at 7 p.m. in Corsicana, of course, like I said. It'll be another district matchup. Corsicana is 2-3 so far this season, 0-2 in district. As Greenville hopes to maybe make something happen and maybe pull off an upset next week against Corsicana. So, like I said, they got some stuff to build on from this week, and hopefully they'll be able to do something special next week. So, Archer, do you have anything else?
I think that's it from me tonight, Bentley.
All right. Well, for Bentley Love, Archer O'Neill, and Derek Price and his crew, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see y'all next week in Corsicana. Y'all have a good evening, and God bless.
This video has been brought to you by GEUS. GEUS is your community-owned provider for electric, internet, cable TV, and true local programming.